Lit. It's ashes. I don't know what. Oh, nah. Get this right. Get this tight. Get that jump up.
To my girlies in their 30s, time isn't running out. It's not. Feels like it is. If you look at social media, oh my God, you're running out of time. It's not. It's not. Other people will make you feel like you're running out of time because they want everyone to do what they're doing so they feel better about their choices. There's no race, like there's no checkered flag at the end of life where they're like, she did it all. Extra stars for when you're dead. Your 30s, travel. Tell people how you really feel. Don't lie to your therapist. And be okay to not be okay. And be okay with missing out because staying in is more fun. To my girlies in their 30s.
All right, of course, we're here for another week. I guess we could just start off real quick. I'm not gonna lie, if y'all haven't seen Starting Five on Netflix, you gotta go see it. And it's not even one of those things where you gotta be a super basketball fan to kind of really get into it. Because one of the things that got me super intrigued about it was that Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler both are single fathers. And there's crazy things because, of course, you know how on social media you will always get to see the, oh man, dudes ain't nothing, this and the third, single mothers, this and the third. So to see two NBA players that are actually single fathers was maybe probably like the craziest thing I've ever seen. And for it to kind of just go under the radar, it was just like because you keep seeing Jason Tatum, you keep seeing his mom, keep seeing his son. And I'm like, bro, this man don't got no baby moms at all. Like they don't do no co-parenting, no drop-offs. And the reason why it'll stick out like a sore thumb to you if you're actually paying attention is because it's five players. It's LeBron James, of course, and his wife and his kids is on there, his mom on there as well, and then of course his managers and stuff, they all on it. Then Sabonis to play for the Sacramento Kings, he also on it, and his wife on it. His wife do a lot of talking for him because he's not a super vocal person. So you kind of really get to, and then Anthony Edwards is on it. Anthony Edwards is on it with his sister, with his baby moms. His baby moms give birth to their kid. All of that is on this series through the Netflix jump. So you kind of really get to see like, all right, I see 3 out of the 5 got, you know, women in their lives and they're very involved in their lives. And then you get to Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler, and then it's kind of like, damn, both of these raising kids without no women in or around. Like, where's the women at? But I mean, of course, Jason Tatum got his mom, but I'm just talking about the actual mom to the kids. Is kind of just like, it's so crazy to see because most of the time, like I said, on social media, you get to hear all these athletes and be like, oh, these women trapping them and they getting the bag from them. Well, I don't think that's how it worked for Jimmy Butler or Jason Tatum because both of them dudes are definitely hands-on parents. But again, I think that to me, one of the best things that I actually liked about that Starting Five on Netflix is it probably made me more of an Anthony Edwards fan because, of course, like I was just randomly talking about basketball, saying, oh, yeah, Ja Morant coming back for a spot. But you actually just get to see Anthony Edwards as just a person, as a man. He's still such a kid. And when I say a kid, it's just like literally like he do stuff that like I'm gonna say a kid, but I'm saying I'm sure most men do it, but it's really a kid thing. Like it was Thanksgiving dinner, and he literally just got his headset on with the video game, and he keep just brushing his older sister off. Like, nah, just give me a couple more minutes. Let me finish this game. Whatever. It is literally was just like how a kid would do. That one more minute went probably until like an hour, whatever the case may be. So then his baby moms and his sister getting on him at the same time, telling him to get off the game, and he literally on the headset telling his friends like, all right, y'all, I gotta go eat. Like I'm just like, bro, this is such a kid thing, but it's one of those things where if you actually watching it, it'll allow you to really be like, nah, Anthony Edwards kind of just a regular dude. I mean, of course, he's an amazing basketball player, and of course, he's super rich, but it's still those moments. And that's the thing I think the best thing about this show is you still get to see these dudes be regular people. Like you get to see moments of Jimmy Butler, like, dog, I didn't know that like his dad passed because I feel like that was one of them things, even the way he carried it throughout the season, like with his dad was like he kind of just like, I'm not saying he brushed it along like it was nothing, but he never allowed it to become a bigger deal than just still playing basketball. And that's kind of how his dad raised him. And then if you actually watch the series play out, and even when he's kind of throwing like talking about his dad, where he kind of like, Dad, why you always wearing this jersey? Like we don't do the basketball thing in the house. Like their thing in the house was them playing dominoes. Like that was their thing that they did together as a family. Like Like they played dominoes, and him and his dad been playing dominoes together since he was like a kid. So that's one of those things that they did. But he kind of realized that, oh, my dad wasn't wearing the jersey because of the basketball team. He was wearing the jersey because he was proud of his son. So it kind of just let you see that moment. But just even still, him dealing with his dad's sickness, his dad's passing, he kind of just still just showing up playing basketball. And it's kind of like, damn, it's so crazy because I'm sure, especially if you gamble on sports, like you catch yourself, and I don't never bet on the Heat because I'm not a Heat fan, but I just kind of just caught myself like, dang, you never know what these athletes actually are going through, where you sitting here cussing out the TV screen, or you sitting saying, damn, you ain't do this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be, but to actually still get to see how just how normal these dudes really realistically still was. But to me, just out of all of that was kind of just even just like one of them injuries. It was, what was they doing, a play-in? And it was the play-in, and they was playing the Sixers, and him messing up his knee, and it was just like, dog, Jimmy Butler is such a dog. Like that's the only thing that I kind of really got out of that, maybe different from him, is just like, he's such a dog and such a warrior, where it's like, dog, I don't care. Like, I'm cool. I'm still gonna go out here. My knee messed up. I'm still gonna keep playing. So like I said, to me, that starting five, I don't necessarily know, like, with the documentary things, and I think the great thing that they did about it, it made it more of a human thing, like a family-oriented thing, where you kind of get to see LeBron is such like, he's just LeBron. Like, you watching this Netflix joint, you kind of just see LeBron is still just LeBron, and it's just like he's almost like, not like a character, but it's almost like his life is so much on autopilot. And that goes to Savannah. He talks about that a lot in the series, where he kind of give her a lot of credit to allow him to be able to run on autopilot. So it's just like, when you see him move, it's literally moving like, it's almost like presidential, because it's just like, it's just like when you watch it, you'll get what I'm saying. Like, all right, bro, it's just LeBron. But for Sabonis, it's kind of just like, damn, his wife really be popping that shit. Like, she in this joint, and I'm watching it like, oh, she talked for him, like, because even when it came to the Draymond Green situation, he was like, man, I really ain't got nothing to say. It is what it is. It's basketball. His wife was like, nah, da. She was going crazy. She was popping her talk about Draymond and how she felt about the whole situation. So everything with like those little situations, like even him getting snubbed for the All-Star, she was talking that talk. So I was just like, I like that, because it was like, okay, that's a cool dynamic they got, where he's more laid back and she more rah. And then even when you see the height size, like he's almost damn near 7 feet tall, and she just like the normal size of a regular woman. So you get to see all of that. So like I said, to me, that starting five, it's better than, it's not necessarily just a basketball joint. It's Netflix just doing what Netflix do. Netflix do just a great job at just the docuseries. So I do highly recommend anybody, if you just need something to watch on Netflix, especially like, and if you kind of really into sports, right, especially before the basketball season starts. And I think every episode is they kind of short. I mean, I just was watching them, and they were just going back and forth consecutively. So I don't necessarily know how many episodes there actually is, but it's still a good watch. Like I said, to me, the two biggest takeaways that I got from that is that Anthony Edwards and Jason Tatum are single fathers, and I mean, not Anthony Edwards, but Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler are single fathers. And Anthony Edwards is just, he like a regular dude. Like, he's one of them, like, if you're not already an Anthony Edwards fan, if you watch this Netflix starting five, I promise you, I'm 100% positive you will become a Anthony Edwards fan. And of course, all the homecomings word just came across. So I kind of wanted to come in with this little, I wanted to come in with this clip right here.
BCU culture. Mm-hmm. Are you bringing homecoming?
You know, Edward, come on now.
I'm asking you.
Well, we know the rules. There's a rule, whether we want to say it or not.
So ladies have the same rule too.
We have the same rule. No one's
coming. Why y'all try to act like y'all ain't got the same rules?
If you didn't go to school here, why are you here?
This is coming from the ladies.
Why are you here? Let's be realistic. And then it's the thing too. This is both sides. Let's say I'm dating somebody that, you know, that went to an HBCU. I'm not going to your homecoming, bitch.
I'm not, bro. Listen,
I'm not going.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. Going. If my old lady went to HBCU, I'm not going to your homecoming.
You go.
I'm not.
That's your thing. You go, and you're not coming with me. You're not coming with me to sit here.
After 5 or 6 of them homecoming hugs.
Yeah, it gets a little.
And then 5 or 6 of them niggas I don't know.
And everybody's uncomfortable at this point, and this it might be nothing.
And then, like, first of all, I would like to think I'm that cool. Right, where I wouldn't be affected.
Of course you wouldn't, but after it's only so many.
But then, like, after
how many can you take?
After 2-3 shots of the tequila.
How many slow rocks can you take? Oh my God, where you been? With the feet off.
I'm a slow rocker. You hear me?
So for people, like I said, for people who don't know, it is homecoming season. Majority, I don't necessarily, and I don't mean this by no disrespect, but I feel like all the big homecomings are probably officially over by now. I feel like everybody kind of had their big hoorah because it was a North Carolina A&T. Howard had theirs this week. I believe Bowie State also had theirs. Morgan already had theirs. So I feel like almost all of the, I think Clark Atlanta had theirs as well. So I feel like all the big HBCUs probably already had theirs. And the reason why I kind of wanted to bring it up because I'm sure most people thought that Kamala Harris was going to go to Howard. She didn't. She ended up didn't going. And then when I even kind of heard people explain it and break it down, it kind of made sense, especially if you live in the DMV area, and especially kind of for it to be one at Bowie, and so it's kind of like Maryland. That Bowie side was kind of backed up, and then also like that Howard, anywhere near that U Street or whatever. If you had to go anywhere near Uptown this weekend, I feel sorry for you because that traffic was ridiculous. But then shout outs to Blac Chyna, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to play that because it kind of go in line with this clip. Blac Chyna did get proposed to at Howard homecoming during the performance on the yard while they had Yard Fest. To me, that was kind of tight. Like it probably would have been even a lot more fire if she actually went to Howard, but she from here. Her boyfriend is from here, and he is a well-known producer. I believe his name is Milano. And he's like a producer and like a ghost writer, so he makes a lot of hits for like a lot of the girls too. So it was cool. It was a huge thing. The crowd went crazy for her, and it is just a good look to kind of for her to be able to just revamp her whole style and her whole walk of life. And I believe, I'm for people who do listen to Joe Budden, I'm sure y'all listened to that episode where he called in the Slim, and he even talked about how much like he really was into Blac Chyna, how they both was kind of walking in their religious faith together. So it's tight. It's kind of cool to actually get to see them kind of do their thing and then to do it here at home where it's like, all right, this is their home base, and to do it in front of so many people. And that's kind of like, I would probably even be more nervous. I wouldn't be nervous because I'm thinking she's gonna say no, because I'm sure if you're going to sit here and pull that off, you kind of already know that she's going to say yes, and y'all kind of already super locked in. But I would just be nervous to do something like that in front of so many people. You talking about it's like 10, 20,000 people out there, bro. Like it's literally like you couldn't, like if you see that video, you can't see where the people stop. That's how many people out there. So I just can't imagine proposing to somebody with that many people actually in front of me watching me do it. Like it's a little bit different if you're doing it at a dinner and it's just like, yeah, you and your closest friends and family, it's not that big of a deal, especially if you kind of already know that she's gonna say yeah, because if y'all really locked in. But to do it in front of 10 or 20,000 people, it's just like, that's the extra sauce. I'm not gonna lie to you. That it was tight to me. Like it was tight. It would have probably even been more fire. Of course, I'm sure if one of them probably actually would have went there, but it was still tight. So shout outs to Blac Chyna. So that was cool. And then shout out to everybody who went to the HBCU thing. I don't necessarily know, me personally. I couldn't do any of the homecoming thing. And I always kind of wonder, like, because alumni take it serious. I feel like there's no age gap for that. Because when I was younger going up to Howard, you see older people. And I mean, like older people be there. Like that people be in there with like their full grades and all that because it's just an alumni thing. But I just still be like, bro, them kids get so rowdy when you see them videos of like everybody on U Street and it's just jam-packed, people fighting and just partying and turning up. Bro, that just make me like, it make me happy to be in bed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that be one of those moments where you actually just enjoy being old. And I'm not gonna lie to you, one thing I learned where it's like I love about like clipping up these videos. No, women really sometimes don't know how to comprehend stuff, because our conversation that we had about Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion, it was like this girl who was on my TikTok. She just got in there. Why do men got so much hate towards Meg Thee Stallion? I'm like, huh? I said, hold on, time out. I hate to be whatever man you lay up in bed with every night, because your comprehension skills is ridiculous, bro. Like, this is horrible. How did you comprehend us asking a question about what's your favorite feature to somebody slandering Meg Thee Stallion? And I absolutely went crazy for Meg Thee Stallion in this clip. I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? And then I guess she ended up deleting her comment, but I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, come on, dog. Like, I don't just know. That's one thing. I'm just comprehending and listening to actually understand and hear what people are saying is just like, come on, dog. Like, what are we doing? I guess real quick, I do want to get in one of the biggest stories of the week, I guess, because there's not too many big stories. Was LeBron James. LeBron James tweeting out, welcome home to Big Meech. And people on social media was up in arms about it. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know I'm a LeBron stan, but I'm not gonna lie. When I seen that tweet in real time, I kind of was like, why did you tweet this, dog? Because and the reason why of course, if I'm just being maybe that's just me being naive. Because LeBron was LeBron before Big Meech got locked up. Of course, he wasn't in the NBA yet, but I mean, Big Meech is Big Meech, so he kind of really moving around. So I can't like make it seem like their paths haven't crossed. So Big Meech may have never went to a LeBron game, but I guess for the box that people want to put LeBron James in, it just makes it seem nuts because it's kind of just like, let's just say if I don't take it on face value that both of y'all was who y'all was already, I kind of can be like, hey, LeBron, where you know Big Meech from? He been locked up your whole entire NBA career. So it's kind of, it just make it a little bit like, but it's still, like I said, LeBron was still on Sports Illustrated, the cover of Sports Illustrated before Big Meech went to jail. So it's kind of like, all right, maybe.
When did he go to jail?
I want to say when that Jeezy album came out, 06. So maybe like 06. So maybe that year that they got drafted.
I drafted 04. Me 03, 04.
Oh, so then, yeah, never mind then. Yeah, so never mind. Oh, yeah, but people was upset about it. People was like, oh, so now you sitting here saying welcome home to him, killer, and this, that, and the third. I do just be personally, I do kind of just know that Big Meech is something more to that, to the community. Like, just, I mean, you don't get, I mean, I'm not gonna say you don't get a TV show because obviously the Menendez brothers and Jeffrey Dahmer, people who do get TV shows for murdering people as well. But if you actually even paying attention to the BMF story in the show, that ain't Big Meech bag. So it's kind of realistically like,
yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. Like, was he?
He never hit the violent thing. That's not hit.
Even the show.
Yeah, he's not.
Never shoot nobody.
No,
he get his punch off. That's about it.
Yeah, that's my thing. So it's just kind of. But I think just, I mean, of course, you know, the generation. It's just it's a huge age gap on the internet. It's a huge age gap on the internet. Then you got to understand it's a huge culture demographic on the internet because everybody's from their own space. Everybody's not from the South. Everybody's not super tapped in with Black culture. Everybody don't understand how important Big Meech is beyond just how he got popular, but he's still popular. So it's kind of like I'm on the fence where it is 50-50, maybe just because I think people put LeBron in a different type of box. So you kind of don't expect to see that from LeBron James. It's kind of just come completely left. Like, all right, LeBron, like you kind of just, it make you almost off on your brandy want to be down. So I do want to play this clip, and I kind of more disagree with this clip from this podcast. This podcast is a New York-based podcast. It is called Bag Fuel. It's two older New York gentlemen. So I mean, you kind of know how New York people, they kind of be extra with their whole piece. So I'm gonna play their clip of their thoughts on this LeBron James thing.
Positive athletes and everything is building schools and telling kids that they need to go and they need to do better.
I know
and they need to do better. And you need to, there's other things beside the streets and all this other type of shit, right? And these same ball players that are spending $300 million in education and all that, and the first thing they doing is saying, welcome home, Big Meech. Why the fuck would I want to go to school?
Why would I get a job?
My nigga, you're making me say, he's cap. He's cap. He's cap. When you this is what you did to the 16-year-old that you're telling go to school and be the athlete and do whatever, and you say, welcome home, Big Meech. You're saying, go be a gangster.
Yeah, sell drugs.
Because this is who we respect and we love. My nigga, you can be a gangster for 20, 30 years. Positive athletes and everything is built. Go be a gangster for 36 years. Fuck all the bitches. Get all the money. Get all the accolades. Go do 20 years in jail. Be a god.
Yep.
We're gonna wait for you.
Yep.
Here's what we're saying. And I'm not saying I ain't got no problem with Big Meech. I fuck with BMF, but you ain't never heard me say I don't understand why niggas is in the street. You ain't never heard me say why niggas don't want to get money. I tell you why niggas want to get money. I tell you they want to be Big Meech and they deny me, nigga. Go be a gangster for 30.
Right, so this is my only thing. And the reason why I wanted to play this clip, because I feel like that's the extreme. That is the extreme. Nobody, I don't think LeBron James saying that is making people sit here and think if I'm asking, would I rather be LeBron James or would I rather be Big Meech? I'm still going to take LeBron James. Like, let's not drag it and overdo it. Like, because he just said, welcome home. I don't think that means LeBron James is sitting here saying, oh, I want to be Big Meech or y'all should want to be Big Meech. Because let's be clear, it's a lot of dudes who got a lot of money has done even longer time than Big Meech. and niggas is not waiting for them to come home. Guess what? And you can Google. I don't necessarily know who made more money, but both of them got stories. Of course, I mean, Rayford Evans' story ain't as big as Big Meech because, I mean, of course, he ended up telling, but he just came home and nobody cared besides people who may live in DC. And that was kind of just like, and that's on the fence on how people may feel about that. So it don't listen. He was a millionaire. He got locked up as a millionaire. He made millions of dollars in the street. Nobody, LeBron James wasn't tweeting him. There was no, Kevin Durant ain't tweet him. Allen Iverson ain't tweet him. So let's just be clear. Let's not overdo it and gas it up where it make it seem like, oh, just because LeBron James tweeted you, I'd rather sit here and be a drug dealer than be an NBA superstar. Like, cut the jokes. Like, let's not overdo it. Like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, Big Meech is Big Meech, but he ain't LeBron James, dog. We ain't about to do it like that. Like, that's my only thing where I think people just, you take it too far. Like, you sit here and take a tweet and you dragging it now because that's not what he's sitting here saying. And everybody is not waiting for somebody to come home because you did a 15, 20, 30 year bit and people don't want to be you. Like, that's not the thing. Like, let's not, like I said, it's a lot of, it's a lot of drug dealers who have came home and all they get to do is just go on Vlad. That's it. They go on Vlad, then they start a YouTube channel. Let's not make it sit here and seem like, nah, dog. I don't care what you're talking about. I still would rather be an NBA player than Big Nell. Let's be clear. It may be some NBA players I'd rather not be, and I'd rather be Big Meech. But it's in the whole, in the totality, I'd rather be an NBA superstar like LeBron James than be Big Meech. Don't ever get it twisted and turned. Again, welcome home to Big Meech. And I do kind of want to see what is he going to do to kind of just make his legacy go up. And of course, maybe because he is still on, I believe he is on, what's the word I'm looking for? Not house arrest, but he in the halfway house. So he probably realistically not only going to be able to come out during work hours or whatever the case may be. He's going to have some stipulations to his situation. But I'm sure realistically, the good thing about him being himself, he can kind of come out, and I'm sure he can probably even do the voiceovers for BMF. He can still probably come out and be able to do certain interviews or whatever the case may be. I hope he just kind of does it very strategic. And
I'm about to say, would you?
What you mean? If you was him?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, somebody paying me. Like, no, I see people tweeting, sitting here saying, don't go do Vlad, but if Vlad come through with the crazy duffel bag, I'm doing Vlad.
But would it, I mean, it wouldn't get you back in more trouble?
No, because you've already done your time.
Okay.
You done done your time. He's already done his time. Because I'm sure realistically he'll do a book and some more stuff. He's gonna do some stuff that realistically will get himself back to some real money and get and be able to cash in on his own celebrity the same way Lil Meech is able to cash in on his celebrity right now. So I'm sure realistically whatever he's going to do is going to be strategic to the point where he can really cash out. Like, I'm sure it'll be somebody like 50. 50 may get in his ear before Vlad can get to him and be like, I pay you not to go on Vlad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I wouldn't be mad at him. Like, the money just will have to be right. I'm sure Vlad will reach out and somebody's going to Vlad is going to have to reach out with a crazy bag, but I'm sure it's going to be somebody like 50 Cent who will offer you a crazier bag to just not glow on Vlad, because that's just how people feel about Vlad. And I do like this little spin how they did on, of course, one of my favorite shows on the internet.
I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
And I just like how they did that, because that's tight to me, because you know that is obviously the biggest thing on social media right now is the red balloon popping show or any of the balloon popping shows. So that is the most popular thing that's out, and they just flipped it and did a Walls and Harris commercial. I like that. That was tight. That to me is actually your social media team actually being on their game. I really do like the way that they did that. That was cool because it got everybody's attention, because nobody, you kind of just, not me, I'm one of those people. As soon as I see a red balloon, I'm going to watch it immediately just to see whatever is going to be the reason why they popped the balloon. So that for them to pop the balloons because they weren't going to vote, I do like that. And of course, y'all know voting is literally right around the corner. I'm not sure where everybody's listening from, but you may want to see if you want to do early voting, if you don't want to wait in one of those crazy lines, because let's be realistic, those lines are going to be extremely long. So I would highly recommend, if you can go early vote, I would probably recommend to go do it.
And I first of all, Pastor Brian, I want to thank you. You and I were reminiscing.
I just wanted to play that because y'all know that Jamal Bryant is my guy. I go to bat for Jamal Bryant all the time. I guess realistically, I kind of was trying to figure out my two topics that I really was going to start off with was going to either be me dogpiling on Alexis Sky or me sitting here hitting y'all with that I told you so with Angel Reese, but I'll wait a little bit later for Angel Reese and we can get to Alexis Sky. Where's the first clip of Alexis Sky? Because bro, she is a different type of nut job.
Because of who you're dating, I think it had a lot to do with the person I was dating, the people around me. They were making me believe like, oh, you're never gonna be a wife if you do this, or you're never gonna do this, or you'll never be accepted if you don't.
Real quick, because I feel like I just did a horrible job. I want to bring in this clip, and this because Alexis Sky got 2 clips that I'm going to play back to back. One was about her. She had to walk that back already before we even got to record. But this first clip is about her religious path that she tried to play around with, and of course I'm always happy that people dragged her to hell via of it. So she's trying to explain why she tried to do the religious thing and then why she kind of walked it back.
Because of who you're dating, I think it had a lot to do with the person I was dating, the people around me. They were making me believe like, oh, you're never gonna be a wife if you do this, or you're never gonna do this, or you'll never be accepted if you don't change this and certain things. And I knew I had to change certain things in my life, but yeah, like I'm still Alexis. Like you guys knew me as Alexis Sky from the beginning this way. So I get it. People could be disappointed in things, but this is part of life. This is part of growing pains. This is part of just whatever it is. There's a lot of people in my ear at that time, and I was going through a major identity crisis, and I was literally going through like different shifts and changes, and I just didn't know what and where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And I just was really confused. And it just what it was. And not confused about God, because my God is always going to be my God. I wasn't confused about God. I was just confused on, was I ready to just make certain shifts in my life? Was I ready for this? Like imagine living your life a certain way every day and then you just wake up and change everything. Journey because of who you're dating. Wearing revealing clothes I didn't want to do those things anymore because somebody was in my ear. I'm not going to even say who. It could have been family, relationships, friends. It was people in my ear telling me. And I was really sitting there thinking to myself, like, maybe I do dress like this. Maybe I am like too naked, or maybe but this is how I became who I am. Like, so why would I change that? You know what I'm saying? When I wasn't fully ready to change and I was allowing other people to dictate my decisions. And once I really just like snapped out of it, I was like, no, because even when I was doing, I would, in y'all's eyes, the right thing, it was still wrong. So anyway, profiting off of God is impossible. That was impossible in my life, because at the end of the day, I gave up so much. And I was like, okay, think about it. You get given up something that you are your livelihood and how you survive. What else did y'all want me to do? Like, okay, if I'm walking in this season, why not? Wearing revealing clothes I didn't want to.
So slow down. So let me just, Alexis Sky, let me help you. Let me hold your hand real quick. A genius. Everybody who gives their life over, there are murderers, there are killers, there are drug dealers who give their life over to whatever religious beliefs they end up giving their life over. And guess what they do? Stop doing? Whatever they were doing that made them give their life to the Lord. You're acting like you're somebody special, bro. You ain't nobody special. Millions of people have done it. And that's why I will never come on this podcast and clown Brittany Renner while she's trying to get her life right. I won't play no clips of her. I won't drag her. I won't do nothing, because I'm believing she's trying, and she is trying her hardest, and she's losing money. So you're sitting here saying, hey, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to lose money? Yes, dumbass. Yes, you are supposed to lose money. That is absolutely what you're supposed to do. And that is why I'd be happy that I came on here and I talked about this, and just in my growing dog, I could not sit here and still be throwing parties, waking up, sitting here putting up the religious jokes in the morning, and then at nighttime throwing strip parties. No, I could not do it. So guess what I had to do? Give up a lot of money because I was believing in my faith. So for you to sit here and say, what was I supposed to do? Yeah, like everybody else, give it up. But guess what you're doing? You just showed, when you said that, you proved to everybody what you were doing was full of shit. You did. And I said this just a week ago, so I'm almost literally repeating exactly what I said last episode before I even heard what you said, because I knew it, because I can see it clear as day, and anybody with common sense, clear as day, can see what you did. But guess what I'd rather do? It was even better that you came out your own two mouth and told us, hey, I was faking it, and I was just doing this for bullshit because I wasn't really ready to commit. Because guess what? You really wasn't ready to commit. You wasn't ready to lose money, so you really don't believe in your God. You really don't believe in your faith. You really wasn't ready to walk in that season because you wasn't ready to sit here and give stuff up. So basically what you sit here and said, hey, y'all know me as Alexis Sky, the half naked girl. I wasn't ready to give that up to really fully commit to Jesus Christ. Like, bro, eat a dick. Like, come on, bro. Wait, let's have a clip of this stupid bitch. Like, she's annoying as shit.
I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right to the point.
Let's talk about
voting
it.
for Trump.
What's the energy behind it? What's the thought process
I
behind
just
it?
feel like when Trump was around, I just feel like things were different. But people have their opinion on him. I do think that Trump could be a little extra, but he gets the job done.
So do you have conversations with your friends about politics?
All my friends are voting for Trump. I feel like the younger generation, Trump has a lock.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, because it was more money flowing for us.
So what do you think is the reason why people aren't voting?
I think people talk about it like they want Trump, but some people are lazy and they don't want to get up and go vote, which voting does matter because people don't realize if you don't go vote, there's a chance that the other person can win. So get up and go vote because it's super important. If you want Trump to win, go vote for him. If you want the other one to win, then go vote for her.
All right. Well, there it is.
It's Camilla.
So listen to what I'm saying. This is again, and the crazy thing is, this is why you sometimes with these social media people, with these blog pages, you can't even really take them serious because she couldn't even, I don't even remember what day this came out, but I feel like this came out like Thursday or Friday. Bro, you already collapsed to the internet because the internet smoked you out and you already said, hey guys, I'm not sitting here going to go vote for Trump anymore because I went and did my research. Tell me what research you think you did from let's just sit here and say it came out Thursday. What research did you go do from Thursday to Sunday to make you already collapse on what you was about to do? That you couldn't have already done before you even sat here and got on this microphone. You went into somebody's radio show and sit here and say, let's just get right to it, guys. I'm going to vote for Trump. Like, what are you doing, dog? And that's just my point. It's just certain things where it's just like where these people on social media become too popular for no reason. And I'm not going to lie. And that's because of the blog pages. And that's just not hating. This just was a clear example of 2 videos back to back from just you faking and not knowing what you want to do with your religious beliefs. And then for you to sit here and say, I'm going to go vote for Trump. And then literally 2 days later, you sit here and recant what you said. Like, bro, you know how corny that is? Like, that's just weird. Like, what? Like, that to me is just like, and with no real reason. Like, you didn't even sit here and know Kamala. You couldn't even sit here and say, I'm gonna vote for Kamala Harris, or I'm not gonna vote for her for whatever the reason. And then you sit here, man, come on, bro. Like, I really sometimes so days where it'd be like with social media, bro. I just literally hate social media and hate a lot of these influencers because they just annoying as hell. And she is literally at the top of the key of just being annoying. Did you see this clip of this video? 85 South show. I was trying to play it, but it seemed like it got some music or something you ain't gonna really be able to hit. But they was trying to call this girl to the stage, and her boyfriend wouldn't let her get about the seat.
Oh, that's what they was doing.
Yeah, they was calling her to the stage, and
I think it is like the music.
Yeah, the music stopped playing, so you can't really. Yeah, you can't really tell.
I had the captions on, but I still couldn't understand.
It. Yeah, you had to just really realistically, honestly, had to just read the body language. But he was holding her down to the seat and wouldn't allow her to get up so she could sit here and try to go to the stage. She was gigging, like she was real live.
I think she made it to the stage.
Maybe I cut the video too fast. I
play on me going off that ugly ass motherfucking makeup video, acting like I don't show my motherfucking bird face every day. Bitch, what's up? You see me? Fuck you mean? Bitch, I show y'all my motherfucking bird face every motherfucking day. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Nose and all. Fuck, bitch. Yeah. Big fat motherfucker sitting on my face. What's up? How you make an Oscar? I don't know how to make my nostrils move, y'all. Acting like motherfucker ain't never saw this shit, bitch. What's wrong with these hoes? I don't ever play on my motherfucker talking, bitch. I get on live quick. Bunny, her not done. No, what, ho? Jealous? Are you jealous? How'd I look? Ask your man. Ask a friend. Ask a hater. Ask a fan. Like I won't get on her 100%. Like what, bitch? Y'all see me with everything 100%. Ho, stop playing with me. Bitch is mad. Fuck. Cutting up before this motherfucking show. Y'all laughing at me. I'm damn motherfucking sick of these bitches on here playing on my top about it. No disrespect to the girl. It really is disrespect because you know you're not supposed to upload the ugly ass video anyway. But shout out to her. She probably got better after 2 years or whatever. But don't upload no picture and you know they make up one curve. Fuck, got these people playing on my motherfucking face. Fuck. For real, upload that shit. No, and I look mad on the motherfucking video. Like, girl, take this shit down. I'm for real. I'm for real. Y'all piss me off. Fuck. And I still get niggas. And I still got y'all niggas. Fuck. I don't even.
So I wanted to play that clip of Glorilla, but I did want to play the clip also of the makeup stylist who did do her makeup for that day.
Because my paper long that we had that day, but I told her that so honestly, hearing this hurts, even though she may not remember the conversation that we had that day, but I told her that I was an up-and-coming makeup artist. I was currently in school, and I left school that day early because I was so excited to do her makeup.
Yeah, I just saw this shit on my motherfucking page. This shit just me up. They told me I liked it though. No, you didn't like it. What, the makeup? Yeah. I told you it was cute. No, it wasn't. To me, it was.
As you can hear in the video, her friend said it looked nice, and so have other comments. So for her to drag me is just insane. Just for her to still call me back to do her makeup.
I said, that makeup was boob, not gonna lie. Oh God. Like, why are you proud of this shit? Take this shit down.
I'm in shock to even have heard her say that. Like, why am I proud? Why is she proud of that? Like, be for real. You was my first celebrity client. Like, anybody would have been proud. I'm sure when you got signed, you was proud too. Like, you had time to perfect your craft just like me. And honestly, if it was just that ugly, I don't understand why you allowed me to do your makeup 2 more times after that. Like, she has different hairstyles. Every time I worked with her, she always had a new stylist. So I'm just feeling like if you just genuinely didn't like the makeup, you could have got a new makeup artist.
So again, and the only reason why I wanted to play that clip real quick because it kind of go back hand to hand when we was having a conversation. What was that? Maybe like 2 weeks ago when we were talking about what was it? JT and a lady was left a girl hanging to go do JT makeup or whatever the case may be, and we was kind of just saying like, oh, it'll be a good look because it's a celebrity or whatever the case may be. So I'm just looking at it like, damn, it's kind of like it almost like it backfired a little bit. I'm sure. I mean, it kind of with the makeup. I guess it just depends on what you like, on what your taste is when it comes to makeup, like how much or whatever the case may be. Because I feel like after the makeup was done, it was straight. I think Glorilla just got really upset because of not the actual makeup after it was done. I think it was the lead up to the makeup because it is kind of like I'm not gonna even lie to you. When I watch a lot of Glow interviews, especially even the one I just watched when she did with Angel Reese, I kind of was looking at her nose because I understand it, the contour, whatever case may be, but the way she contoured the shit down on her nose do be looking like a whole different nose. So I can get for especially, and I only know that because I'm just a dude who date women who do a lot of makeup. So I just kind of, and I've been out of town with women who do makeup, so they telling you, oh, this is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I know what the contour thing is. But realistically, I can understand for the average man who don't know nothing about that, he kind of looking at it like, damn, though, you got 2 different noses. It's like when you with your bare regular face, and if it's something you gotta think about it. Sometimes everybody may not see you when you posting on your Insta story or whatever the case may be, so they may not see your bare face. So they may just it kind of be like, damn, the last 5 times I've seen you, you done had your face beat. You doing interviews, you out on press runs. So right now, your face beat to the gods every time somebody see you. So I can understand how somebody can sit here and say, oh crap, I see this one jump and I see the nose, and then I see a complete different nose when you're doing, these photo shoots or whatever the case may be. So I mean, I get it. But I don't think you shouldn't sit here and try to kind of like trash the girl for doing the makeup, because after she did the job, it wasn't a bad makeup job. So it was kind of just like, but I understand what people
was the point of her putting up the picture?
Showing the work, showing the beginning, before and after.
It was a before and after?
Yeah, it was a before and after. So the girl was just she showed the whole process. So it started with, I mean, of course, if you go on social media and you follow any of the girls when they be doing makeup, like they'll start from the beginning and tell you, hey, I'm putting on this, whatever the case may be. Like they'll do a voiceover while they doing it. I'm putting on this, whatever the case may be. I'm putting on this because of blah, blah, blah. I'm smoothing out this, and then this is why, whatever. So she's walking through it. So like, if you see the little video that it was posted of Glorilla, it's kind of like just the process and just showing you how she looked before. She's showing you how the nose got smaller while she's contouring her nose or whatever the case may be, and then she show you the finished product. So, I mean, I get why she showed it, because she wanted to show you how good the work she did. She made this girl look like she got a whole goddamn brand new nose. That's the point. And that is the point of contouring your nose. So, I mean, like I said, I understand it. I understand the girl's part. I mean, and maybe Glow just feels some type of way because she don't know how to do her own makeup, but she really don't understand nothing about makeup. So maybe she just don't get it. And I kind of get it, because I mean, it's Glorilla. Like, nigga, that's why people like her. She's so hood. She's so ghetto. So she probably don't even know what's going on or what actually even got done to her face or why the girl even posted it. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I do think realistically, I mean, of course, social media going to always just do what social media do. I guess we can get into let's get into Gucci Mane a little bit. Gucci Mane has decided to drop all his artists. So I do want to play this clip of Gucci Mane when he did decide to drop all of his artists. And realistically, I'm not going to lie to you. I told y'all this a million times, and I'll double down on this another million times. I wouldn't sign to no rapper unless it's Yo Gotti. If it's not Yo Gotti, I wouldn't do it. Nobody. Because most of them, realistically, the window is closed on how hot they are, how popular they are. And most of them, they already got a track record. They showed you they don't know what they're doing. Like old Rick Ross, yeah. When Rick Ross was Rick Ross, like smoking hot coming off of BMF, I would have signed to Rick Ross. That MMG, and he burnt his nose. He did what he was supposed to. When Rick Ross was smoking hot, he did exactly what he was supposed to. But nothing about Gucci Mane or his track record of artists would make me sit here and say, hey, I want to go sign to Gucci Mane. For what? There's nothing about Gucci's track record to sit here and say, like, nigga, Pooh Shiesty got hot before he even signed to Gucci. Gucci just caught the wind of him faster than Yo Gotti, and before Yo Gotti or any of them could get their hands on him, Gucci already signed him. So it was kind of just like, I feel like a lot of artists just be stupid.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 10/17 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup, and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now, but when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying? I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying? To their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, Pooh and Fu, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus. And I just wish them the best. And I just want to let everybody know that, because hey, that's where we at.
And this is what I'm saying. And this is literally like this might be his second or third time doing this. And that's just my point of just, I don't understand why artists even still signing with him. I seen one of the dudes say, oh yeah, well, I'm saying, it's cool. I'm not mad. I ain't giving the chain back. And he gave me $200,000 up front. So it's cool. It's no beef. But me personally, I don't get why people even signing him. Like, it just make no sense to me. Like, nothing about signing the Gucci Mane makes sense or even make me think that this is going to elevate my career. It's kind
of didn't he just do one with the young lady that signed him? He gave her the money.
I don't know. After the girl passed,
I thought.
Yeah. Oh, he did do it. Yeah. I don't necessarily know if they signed somebody, but they did do a video after the girl passed and said we was looking for they had $1 million each for the girl and do. I don't think they signed nobody after that. It was just a video. I don't think they signed nobody after they did that. But it's still, that's just my point. It's just like, bro, like I wouldn't like nothing about. Yeah, I don't get it. Me personally, honestly, I don't see why people running to go try to sign the Gucci. Is nothing. Like I said, nothing about signing the Gucci Mane to me right now just makes any sense at all. Of course, y'all know one of my favorite things to do is just to do the parenting thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I heard this story from Fat Joe on Club Shay Shay, I kind of felt bad. And if I'm being honest, that probably is one of my biggest fears about having a child and your child may be coming out with autism or just any type of. I'm gonna let him explain it first, and then because I don't want to use the wrong words.
Doctor tells us, hey, I got bad news to tell you. He shows us his hands. His face. He said he got Down syndrome. He's gonna be a big challenge. I'm there with my mother, my father, and his mother. And his mother was like, yo, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to give him up for adoption. And my mother was like, you crazy bitch? Like, you ain't giving up my fucking and so we raised him. I never seen his mother again, is what I'm trying to tell you, is that.
So she was
born. Yeah, she never visited him again. I'm not here to kick and watch, she abandoned a kid. Yeah. And so we raised him by ourselves. He don't know no other family. He don't know, it's not because we didn't allow that. His mom's just, is crazy. She has never seen him again. And and it wasn't like I kept the door closed where she can't see her son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was always available for her to see her son. But, we got wicked people out there, whether man or female. It's usually the other way around. Mm-hmm. Baby come out Down syndrome, the man run away. Mm-hmm. Shame on you. Father's got to be a father. I don't know how to be a fake father. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to be a fake father. So I got to take care of my kids regardless. And do everything I can for them. I don't know how to give up on my kids. I don't know how to not love on my kids. That's impossible. And he's had his challenges, but you see, my son, I don't know if all kids that are autistic or on the spectrum, this guy's happy. I swear to God. He's always happy. He's never sad. He's like, if you're stuck in a place, he's stuck in happiness. And he's never slept 1 minute of his life without somebody sitting there just looking at him. He doesn't sleep without one person, without someone sitting there looking at him like this his whole life. And he's happy. He does what he wants. He gets what he's.
So I just wanted to play that clip because I mean he absolutely right, and it kind of leading into what I originally said when I started this episode. Because even my hats was off to Jason Tatum and Jimmy Butler. Now, of course, nothing is wrong with their kids. Their kids is completely fine, but both of them are literally on Netflix, being single fathers, raising their kids dolo. I mean, of course, they rich and they can afford it. It's the same thing with Fat Joe. You can afford nannies and whatever other extra help you need, but it's still just so extreme and it's so like, wow, you really don't see single fathers really, especially with that type of load. And I'm sure, I think Fat Joe, I want to say this son is kind of older. Like he may be in his 20s. I mean, of course, Fat Joe has been Fat Joe since like the early 90s or late 80s. So it's kind of like he had motion and had a name for it. So I'm sure it wasn't as much of a struggle, but I can only, like you said, most of the time it probably will be a man giving up on their kid and just running away. I guess what's y'all thoughts about it, or have y'all ever even thought, like, I mean, especially because y'all parents, has that ever been something like y'all ever thought of in y'all mind? Like, is that a fear as like being a parent, like, hey, like before your kid actually here, does that ever come across your mind?
I don't think so. No, not really. I don't think you really think about that.
For real?
Especially at a certain age, like when you have a kid and you're younger, like you don't think about that.
Okay. That
the
makes
older
sense.
you get, the more the complications might come in. So then you might consider it more. But I don't think that. Like me personally, I wouldn't walk away from it. But I think the older you get, you might think, as a woman, as a female, you think about it, but not younger.
What about you, Marcus?
No, I mean, I think just even having kids or just, that whole process, you hope that, it come out a healthy child. So, but I don't think you really feed too much into the whole, well, what if he might come out? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want a healthy child. That's the logical thinking, having a baby.
Yeah, but
like,
I know, I mean, of course, everybody wants a healthy child, but I mean, again, and maybe, like I said, just to me personally, maybe just because I'm a pessimistic person sometimes when it comes to just certain thought patterns, because it's kind of out of your hands realistically. And I'm sure most of the people who may be listening now who don't have no kids, I'm sure because I feel like you see it way more often now. So it's kind of crazy because I'm sure like for Joe, this happened years ago. Like this is not a young kid. Like this was before. Yeah, I think about him and his wife been married for sure like 20 something years. So I want to say his son is like 20 something years old. So I just can't only imagine just like, damn, you sit here and have your kid, and especially if this is your first kid, that's kind of bugged out. Like,
it's a lot of responsibility right there.
So do y'all blame the woman for kind of like bouncing on him?
No, I can't, because you don't know what she's going through. So I can't blame, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't now, if you just up and leave and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what they're, like how they feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this might be too much for me. This might stress me out.
Listen to what I'm saying. I get that it may, but damn, that's kind of foul, dog. I'm not gonna lie. That to me is foul. It don't matter who do it, man or woman. But of course, as a man, hearing a woman do that just seems like even extremely more like, damn, that's kind of out of pocket, dog. Like that's crazy to sit here. You give birth to a kid, and because it come out with some type of disform, it's just a little bit disformed, you just bounce. Like, hey, your kid got Down syndrome, and she like, well, we better get this up for adoption. I'm out of here. But like, that's crazy,
but that's
dog.
my question. Then where were they? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if let's say Fat Joe wasn't Fat Joe yet, so it's just like, damn, we about to struggle.
Let me Google and see how old his son was. Like, how old is Fat Joe's son? Let me just so we can
kind of. That's what I'm
kind
of wondering. Like, was it a stage where it's like, all right, damn, we barely making it now. And you talking about a kid with a problem? How we, gonna find find things to make.
I want to see how. I just want to see how old he is to kind of try to give it a better.
Yeah, because that's kind of. I mean, that's tough.
Nigga, he 33.
Good job. Yeah. So
that's it. Yeah, but that's it. Like I said, that's his first son. So you some nigga, but he was still Fat Joe though. Like Fat Joe first album came out, I want to say like in the late 80s.
Fat Joe?
Hell yeah. I swear, no, listen, yeah, because nigga, you gotta think about it. That twin, they redid that twin, they redid Deep Cover, Little Italy, that like, no, you think about it, you gotta think Big Pun been dead since the 90s. So Fat Joe was already Fat Joe. Like, of course, he didn't have his extreme, super crazy hits already. But I'm gonna tell you when his first album came out, just so we can kind of give it a better, just a time frame with everything. Fat Joe, his first album. Yeah, 1980. No, hold on, 1993. And his first album, songs that people probably that don't live in New York probably know, was 2001.
Yeah, so the child born in the 80s.
No, the child wasn't born in the 80s. That child was 33. No, nigga.
Oh, you said 33. Okay.
Yeah, so that son was born in the 90s. So he was already at least 2 albums in, almost close to having he was almost close to his first like real big debut album. Yeah, because he got that My Life song on there, like not like something like dog. Yeah, he had Ludacris featured on that album, the 2001 album, and all that. Ja Rule, Ashanti. Yeah, What's Love? What's Love was in 2001. So it's just like, nah, dog, that's nasty work, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. That's insane for you to sit here in real life, just give your kid up and just roll. Like, I mean, and that's why I say I don't even want to just make it a mom thing, because I feel like it's just.
I mean, but that's my thing. Is just like, what are you going through? Like, oh, I'm too young to be raising 10 kids. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what people's mind frame is, and that's just like, let's just say, like, if you put it.
But so then, my question would be, shouldn't your mind frame already be there before having a kid?
No,
because you don't think about that, especially like you're young
and you don't know how to deal with it.
So give me an age that y'all feel like that y'all kind of would give her a pass. Like, how old do y'all think that she should have or she could have been for you to kind of be like, all right, I get it.
I'm not gonna say all right, I get it, but like I said, you're.
If she was young, let's if you put an age on, let's say she was like 16 or 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she wasn't, you know what I'm saying? How do you prepare?
Yeah, I don't know how old she was, but I don't think she was that damn young. Because nigga, Fat Joe was like in his 50s now, so I'm sure. Let's just say they was 20 something. Let's say both of them was maybe early 20s.
Yeah, that's still a lot of pressure to put on yourself too.
But I think his question is it bad to walk away?
Yeah, that's my question. Is the walk away part?
But that's my thing. If I don't know what you're going through, or let's say she might even have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might have mental problems. You don't know. You don't know.
You don't want to judge people. All you can say is you can't even say what you would do in that situation because you're not in that situation. Yeah. She obviously probably did what was best for her.
But what I'm saying is, though, I mean, realistically, I mean, especially now, I think people, to me personally, this is something that I think about all the time. I always think about, like, damn, what would you do? Because you, like you said, but I'm older though, so I agree with what you said. If it happens, oh my God, this shit about to go to overtime. They about to blow me. But I do agree with what you're saying. If you wait until the later you wait, you kind of think more about life. You try to be a little bit more strategic on. Especially if you're going to add that type of responsibility to your life. So it's kind of just like, I get what y'all saying, but it's still just like.
But nobody thinks like I had my first daughter at 21. Nobody's thinking, oh, like I'm not thinking about that.
But I'm sure at that time it wasn't even a popular thing, so it don't run through your mind like that.
But it still happens, and they tell you early in the pregnancy, like they run all these tests to make sure that the baby's going to be okay.
But have they been doing that even back then?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just like a new thing.
No, Down syndrome is not anything new. They tell you that it's a possibility, and they give you your options.
But I'm saying, like, now they can kind of pick it up way earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why.
Even then, even at that time, they could probably still say they might not be able to say it's going to happen. That's what it's going to be, but they could tell you that it's a possibility. So then, at that point, you make a decision whether you want to keep the baby or not.
So.
Because it could be it's a possibility. It's not saying that it's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Yeah. So I mean, of course, I'm not a woman, so I kind of feel like I don't have that. Y'all won't even have that option. But I'm just feeling like if I got that option already, and you telling me that's kind of like up in the air, I probably would just like.
Would you want to terminate the pregnancy? Because it could be
if I could, like if you can,
it could be a 50-50. Like, what if they're not? Like I said, it's not always 100%. So,
but then the question is, are you okay with risking it? Because you're absolutely right. It could be 50-50, but if I guess it's going to be on you and your partner. Do you feel like you and your partner are really built to be able to raise a special needs kid? That will be that to me. That's the only question. Like that will be like you have to have an honest question with yourself. Are you really okay? Are you willing? Are you ready to be able to give birth to a special needs child? Are you ready? Do y'all have the setup or the plan or the concept of how you're going to even be able to nurture this kid just like it's a regular kid? Or is there going to be some type of hiccup in the relationship now because we weren't ready for that?
It's like you got to be able to. I don't know. Like it's a tough decision. So, like I said, you can't judge her, but she did. I guess what she felt was good for her. So who are we to judge her?
I'm still gonna judge you because you was the moms, dog. Like that to me sound even crazier.
But that don't make no. I mean,
I ain't saying it make it no better, but nigga, but that's nuts.
No, I get it because you carried that child
for 9 months, and then you just be like, I'm gonna give it up for abortion. Like what?
I mean, she left it with the father to make sure the father. Like,
but you never came back. Like he said, she never came back to even check and see, like, hey, is this kid all right? Like, or nothing. You just literally would just like, you just let him just raise his kid.
But then sometimes, do you feel it's right for you to come back into the situation? I haven't been there, so why even come back? Why?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because it's still a special needs kid. It ain't like you. It's not like I'm coming back and my kid is LeBron.
But that's what I'm saying. But if I wasn't there, how do I come back? How do I even reintroduce myself? If you left it, then you might as well just leave it for good. Man, there's no point in you trying to double back.
I hear you.
Now I feel like that's more fucked up. You double back because it's LeBron James and he
no, I feel like no. Listen, let's be clear. If it's LeBron, you're not gonna be able to double back. That's the point. But if it's a special needs kid, to me, it just kind of be like, damn, you never like not one time. You ain't never check in like, damn, all right, he turned 15. I gave his birth. Like, you never cared. Like, and I'm gonna tell you how bad of how much of a trash woman this woman is. Like, if you think about it, you talking about this happened in the 90s or early 2000s. Dog, and then Fat Joe was still Fat Joe, and you still never even like, damn, let me try to see if I can even double back with him. I mean, sure, of course you couldn't because he's been married for 25 plus years. So, I mean, of course, obviously, I'm sure if you looking on the outside looking in, you see, all right, well, him and his wife is kind of happy together or whatever the case may be. But that's just, that's nuts.
His story. It's three sides to a story.
That's true. That's why I say we don't know her
side and then the truth. So we don't know if she ever tried to come back. We going based off what he said.
Yeah, but listen, let's be real. In this day and age, this is him going on Club Shay Shay. Of course, all the blogs picked it up. If she actually ever tried to come back, I'm 100% positive. In this day and age, she would have already been on social media.
How? We don't even know who she is.
The same way we don't never know who none of these people be, and then we just randomly, mysteriously find out who they are or who they was attached to a week later when we kind of just be like, damn, how did y'all even find this person? Like, think about it. Think about Simone Biles' mother.
That's true.
How the fuck they found her? Just mysterious. That's what I'm saying. So I'm 100%.
So you think this might bring her out the dead?
Hell no, because if you really ain't came and checked in your kid in 33 years, you ain't popping back out to say, what you gonna say?
I'm not.
You might want to tell her side of the story.
Nigga, tell your side of the story so niggas can drag you to hell? Man, nigga, please. Ain't nobody coming.
Unless I got receipts to say that I
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why did
but listen to him, I'm 100% positive she didn't. Fat Joe, especially because I feel like the perfect time would have been when during the pandemic when Fat Joe was like, today's price ain't tomorrow's price or whatever that little saying he came. When he came, if you wanted to come back in Fat Joe life or try to check him on anything, the perfect time would have been then, but not now. Like nothing after that. Like, come on, dog. I'm kind of trying to hold off on this on our conversation about the NBA WNBA finals is still going on right now, and they in overtime is 63-60. But my Sabrina Ionescu take it was bad. It was bad the other night, but nigga, it looked perfectly right now. They in overtime. She got 5 points, and she played.
What's name had 0 before you came in there.
Her and what Stewie?
Yeah, they both had 0.
Yeah, well, right now Stewie got 11 points, and she played 40 minutes. And Ionescu got 5, and she didn't play 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said,
but like I said, I want to save it until after the game actually over because it's just like
right before I just came in, I think they was up by 1. New York was up by 1. Yeah, that was like the third quarter.
But anyway, I do want to play. And I kind of feel bad because it's like I heard the full when I first seen this joke, and I still kind of on the fence. I really, honestly, I don't necessarily know if I believe this story though. I mean, and like why they said it happened, I honestly don't believe it.
Man.
So
new details about this man you see on the shot here. That's Tyra Banks. He was shot and killed just hours after his wedding in Greensboro. He leaves behind multiple children and his new wife. WRL's Monica Casey spoke with some family members about how their day of love and laughter turned to heartbreak.
A long-awaited wedding day full of joy ended in sorrow for family and friends of 37-year-old Tyreek Burton.
Everybody was excited and happy for them, ready for the I-dos.
Nisheria Holloway tells me Tyreek and her sister Kiara had been together for 16 years.
We grew up in the same neighborhood, and they started going together when my nieces, my two oldest nieces, was very young.
Burton proposed on Christmas Day 2 years ago. He and Holloway have 2 daughters together. Burton had also taken in Holloway's
Some new details about this.
2 daughters as his own.
He was a great man. He loved to spend time with his family, his kids.
After the wedding, Burton left in his car and returned to pick up his wife.
I mean, when he came back, a truck pulled real fast in the parking lot. That's when it happened.
And was that right in front of you?
Yes, it was.
Broadcastify Radio Traffic says Burton may have been shot multiple times.
They're advising the patient was possibly shot 15 times.
Days later, the family's shock has turned to devastation.
I didn't want them to see me cry, so when I got home, I just broke down. I keep seeing it. It's just replaying in my head.
Holloway says the family was told by police that Burton's shooting stemmed from road rage.
Why on the wedding?
Other 2 daughters as his own.
So it's just like when I heard this story, it was kind of just like, bro, and I'm not saying that it can't be true and this can't exactly how it played out, but bro, how do you like over road rage? Like how do you 15 times?
Yes. That's what you don't know what people go through.
Bro, 15 times just seemed like a little bit more than road rage. And that's just my personal opinion. When I first heard the story, that's all I kept saying. Like, no, 15 times over road rage, that seemed like a little bit deeper than some road rage.
So you think it was a hit?
I feel like it had to be something else because then 2 things went through my mind. One, on your wedding day, who leaves their wedding and go do anything and then come back? That to me just didn't make sense. So then you sitting here saying, okay, you left your wedding to come, now you coming back and then somebody come and shoot you in front of your wedding 15 times over road rage. Listen, I said, I'm not
like how you just like explained it right there. Then yes, that would make me kind of like, that would put me on the fence of that. Like, damn, this is a setup. Like you owe somebody some money type of shit.
Like, that just to me, it just sounds crazy. Yeah. Like who, nigga, I've never seen nobody leave their wedding. When do you leave your wedding and go do what?
Did he take the wife with him?
No, he was just in there. So this was the wife's sister telling the story.
Okay. It do seem kind of weird.
Like, come on, dog. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
It do seem kind of weird. But I mean, people be road raging.
No, I listen to what I'm saying.
And they follow you back to wherever you are.
You must have cut that motherfucker off.
You got shot 15 times though, dog. Like road rage to me would seem like, okay, if somebody cut you off and they would have shot at you in the back of your car, whatever the case may be, but you telling me somebody let you get out of the car or they got out the car and ran up to your car and hit you up 15 times, bro, that just seems like a lot more than road rage. I could be absolutely wrong, but if I'm being honest, when I first heard the story, the first red flag to me was who leaves their wedding to go do what?
Are you right?
What is more important? What am I leaving? Because all my friends and family are supposed to be here. So where am I leaving? What am I going to leave this wedding to go do what? Like, how do you even explain that? Hey, boo, I'll be right back. I need to go shoot and do what?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Like that just to me just don't like I don't like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That one just seemed crazy. Like I get it. Some things is you can want to take it at face value, but that story to me just seemed a lot kind of just like, bro, I ain't been to a bunch of weddings, but I ain't never seen nobody leave no wedding though. I've never even heard of nobody leaving their wedding.
You're right.
It's like, who you going to explain? I can't imagine somebody trying to just imagine like, oh man, tell your moms I'm gonna be right. But like, how do you explain that? Who do you explain that to? And like, who old family members is gonna be okay with that? You leaving in the middle of the wedding? Because now everybody gonna be talking like, oh, what the hell he into? He got to leave in the middle. Like, what he doing? He out here cheating? Like that to me, that conversation just leave too many negative ways for it to go any and everywhere. What he's some kind of a drug dealer or something? Like, what the hell? Like, come on, that shit sound like some shit off of an episode of Power.
Mm-hmm.
Because a wedding is long. Like you do the dance and like you do a whole bunch of stuff, and then y'all leave together. So at what point did you leave, and why did you leave?
Exactly.
So they waiting on you to get back.
And then you're gonna blame it on road rage. Like, come on, though. Like, stop. What else is going on in the world? Well, I guess because we kind of here, we can. Oh, no, that John don't have no sound. I hate when they be doing this. This shit was kind of funny though. Here we go. Hold on.
64 years old, Judy. You said you
What do that? That don't mean nothing. That do not mean nothing.
It's no more good.
Well, you will find out if I'm any good or not.
And if the DNA test ain't right, I'm gonna have to lock you up now.
You're not gonna have me locked up. Your ass is gonna be the one getting locked up.
What? We got to find this out, Judy. You couldn't have that, Judy. You said them eggs.
I ain't never told you nothing like that. I'm really angry about this because I'm going through this and stuff, and you're trying to deny that this is not your baby, and it is.
Yeah, I just felt like it was just good to stay busy and stay away from the phone because ain't nothing good coming from that phone. And what's the baby name gonna be?
His name gonna be Peanut.
What? Can't be real, Judy. We got to get on the good foot and get this thing here and figure this thing out here. So we got to get to the bottom.
Okay, we'll get to the bottom of it. I'm getting off this phone.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bro, let me tell you something. It was so funny that you sent it because when I first seen it on Twitter, I'm like, bro, this can't be. It's one, I don't believe this is real because it's one I can't imagine somebody getting pregnant at 65. And the one, she looked way older than 65. Sound way older than 65. Like, dog, that's the one thing about TikTok. Like, TikTok be having just so many just random miscellaneous stories, and you kind of just be like, all right, dog, like enough is enough. But yeah, I don't believe that one. But it was just one of those little videos where you kind of, I don't necessarily know if it's even gonna be as funny if you don't kind of get to see what the lady actually looked like, but it kind of goes on the fence of that one. Real quick,
What would you do though? Like if she really was pregnant
at 65?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do what I'm going to do. I ain't gonna do nothing. Who the fuck would care, nigga? One of us gonna be dead before the fucking baby even at some real age that I even got some real responsibilities. Like how much, like nigga, you see this lady?
Yeah.
And she's talking about 65. She looked like she was pushing 70 something. So, all right, cool. Knock yourself out. I'm not even gonna press you to try to have an abortion or nothing. Like, all right, cool, whatever. This is your life you playing with. You ain't playing with mine. You playing with your own because you try to get life at that old ass age and as big as she is. Like, nah, dog. I hear you. I wasn't gonna take it. I wasn't gonna believe it. Real quick, I do because just a sidebar on music. It wasn't a lot of new music that came out. Gunna did put out a new song. Lil Durk also put out a new song. Both of those songs was cool. But I'm gonna tell you the song. I'm not gonna lie. T.I. son Damani. Bro, he got a joint with Lady London. I wish I could play the music on here. I swear to God, dog. When I heard the song, all I thought about is, damn, Wale, you'll be BSing and dragging your feet. Because all I was like, bro, this would have been a perfect song for Wale to do with Lady London and do the back and forth. That's just all I thought about. Like the song is fire. I'm not taking nothing away from Damani, but I was just still thinking like, damn, this is Wale's bag right here. And Lady London would have been perfect for Wale to do that joint with. So that's the only thing. I just wanted to shout that song out because it was a good song and that feature, like they did a little back and forth with it, and it was amazing. And because we did play that clip of Pastor Keon last week, so I should have played this right after the Jamal Bryant early because he was 2 for 2 for me this week. He had his little clapbacks, and I even had to write in the comment section on the joint. I seen a couple women write that, and that is one of my things real quick where I can kind of just even tie that into the Alexis Sky thing, where it's just like for all the women who kind of throw shade at Jamal Bryant, I could kind of like be honest with y'all. If you was really in your walk for real, and you know y'all pastors don't be wanting y'all to watch none of the reality shows, you wouldn't know a lot of Jamal Bryant's business if you wasn't watching that reality TV bullshit and you wasn't attached to these blogs all the time.
Have been a blessing to other people even when you didn't have a whole lot yourself. And I got to clear something up. It is a blessing when you do something for the poor. It's a blessing when you do something for the poor. The Bible says that when you give to the poor, it is as if you are lending to the Lord. If you have been a blessing to other people, even when you...
And of course, that was from the clip of him responding basically to the clip of Pastor Keon last week. I kind of want to see what the score is right now. Oh my God, they're about to lose this game. 65-62 to Liberty up right now. Damn, come on, Minnesota. Yeah, anyway, in other news, shout outs to Young Thug. Young Thug did tweet out a tweet basically tweeting and adding he was adding Future, Drake, and Metro Boomin, and he was just like, dog, we gotta come, the music industry is missing the collaboration, the music business is born, or whatever the case may be. Basically sitting here and telling them, y'all need to squash that little stupid beef. And then Future did retweet that tweet from Young Thug, and then of course that started up a whole different conversation. Some people were like, see, I told y'all that Drake wasn't a whatever the case may be, whatever Kendrick Lamar tried to say in that last verse about Drake trying to sit here and say that Drake only run to Atlanta for whatever the case may be to get his buzz up or whatever. So basically sitting here saying Kendrick don't know what he's talking about. He need to shut up and mind his business. And that's why people from Atlanta never responded to that or never co-signed or never even act like they liked that verse from him. And that kind of did solidify for, of course, if you're a Drake stan, you felt Drake stance was kind of like two different ways about it. Because if some people was like, Drake better not sit here and accept their apology and ever work back with them again. And then, of course, I mean, a few weeks ago, Metro Boomin I forgot who show he was on, where he was basically saying he don't even know how the beef with him and Drake even started. You know, saying it's nothing but realistically was nothing but entertainment. And I do, and me and a homegirl of mine, she is a Drake fan, and she was like, I hope Drake don't sit here and squash the beef. But I told her, I'm like, bro, every time you see a picture of Drake or anything got to do with Drake, he look like a goddamn sad puppy. Like sometimes I feel like Drake is one of them people where he is an elite quarterback, but you still need a good wide receiver or tight end to throw the ball to. And that pause, no, if I need to say pause with that, but you just need him. Like he needs Future, and I don't necessarily mean they don't need each other to make hits, but I think sometimes you just need somebody to bounce your energy off of. You need somebody to just kind of catch a vibe with, somebody you can actually just get you back in that mode. I don't necessarily even think they need each other for Futures, because I mean, obviously you've seen it. You've seen that Future put out 3 projects. All 3 of those projects went number one. All 3 of them, and especially the last one, it hit the charts and all of that. And before Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us, what was it? Like That was number 1 on the Billboard charts for a minute. I think it was for like 5 or 6 weeks straight. So I mean, Future has kind of already proven he doesn't have to do collaborations with Drake. And I do think realistically, if there ain't no real beef, like if y'all don't have no real animosity, y'all, and especially between those 2 or even those 3, y'all haven't really crossed the line and said nothing too disrespectful. Future, Metro, what did Drake tell Metro? Shut your whole ass up and make some beats. And then Metro Boomin came back with BBL Jersey. That was it. That was the most vicious lines between those 3. So realistically, with that being said, I think you can kind of squash it and get back to making music. And I don't necessarily know I'm not saying that we need a What a Time to Be Alive too, but I do think those 2 need to bounce the energy off of each other. I think those 2 need to kind of bounce ideas and allow each other to listen to music, because sometimes I think that's like iron sharpens iron. Like I think it's just one of those things. I don't necessarily think it's just a whole, hey, we need to do songs together, but I do think them listening to each other's music and be able to critique each other's music and keep each other sharp, I think you get the best version when those 2 are kind of in pocket with each other. And so, because I'm not about to sit here and make it like, the biggest song off of CLB might have not have been the Future jump, but those Future songs on that CLB were like, them shit slap. Like hearing, like, shit, matter of fact, it was the biggest song. Way Too Sexy was the biggest song off of that jump. And off of Future, his last big song still, yeah, you can sit here and say he still went number 1 and he still had Charlie Jones, but his last real big song was Wait For You. I can argue that both of them niggas still need each other, because you just need that energy. You need that energy. Y'all complement each other very well. It's just like a good quarterback that had nobody to throw the ball to. It's just like, nigga, you just a good quarterback, but you ain't going, them stats not going to look as immaculate when you don't have a good wide receiver to help you get them yak yards. So Drake is the quarterback who needs that wide receiver to help him get them yak yards. And I believe that is what Future does for his career. Like, yeah, like I said, they don't, on stats and on paper, if you look at it like, oh yeah, well, Future did this, that, and the third, he don't need Drake. Yeah, but his biggest song, a song he won a Grammy for, the song that stayed on charts for longer, was Wait For You. That shit was on it was like Billboard number 1 for a long, long time, not fucking 5 weeks, for a very long time. So I think you kind of can't compare the 2. I think realistically, to me, to be the best thing for the music, you kind of need it. And still right now, the girls got the game on Smash. And I do hate, of course, y'all know I hate the neighborhood talk. Because I seen Future, not Future, but Lotto. I believe Lotto was performing at North Carolina A&T's homecoming. I think it was inside the dome or the stadium or whatever arena right there, wherever, I guess where the Hornets play at. Nigga, and when I sit here and say that crowd was rapping her jump verbatim, word for word. And the reason why I say I hate the neighborhood talk, because they did post it. They posted the clip of it, and people was in the comment section, oh, this must be a paid ad. bro, a paid ad for what? Why would she need a paid ad to pay y'all to watch her sit here and perform at a sold out arena and everybody was rapping the intro to her album word for word, not the hit records. They was rapping Georgia Peaches. That is the intro to the album. And it's not a Meek Mill type of intro. It's just a cool intro. And they was rapping it word for word, cameras up, lights on, and everything. Shout outs to Lotto. Lotto did her big one. And one of the other things that I kind of recognized over the homecoming, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Boston Richie, oh my God. I didn't know that song. I knew the song was big, but I didn't know that song was as big because I forgot what college this was at. But it was like they was doing like a little TikTok video, and they was basically, the DJ was warming people up for all the artists they had that was about to perform. So, like they played a song, it was Coco Jones was first, and you got like a crowd respond. After Coco Jones, it was No Cap. And like, of course, Coco Jones, the crowd was super crazy. No Cap, the crowd kind of went down. Then the Boston Richie came in with the help me, help me. And that crowd lost their goddamn mind. And I was like, damn, I ain't know Boston Richie, that song was that big of a song for him. Like he low-key, the real live guy. I'm talking about a OD hit. Like that crowd lost their ever God, love, and mind after that. I forgot who else did they play after that. I want to say it was Boss Man Richie, and then it was somebody like super big, like right after that. I want to say, was it? I can't remember. Oh, it was Honcho, and it kind of went down again, and then it went back up. And who was the last person? Was the last person Gunna? The last person may have been Gunna. I think it might have. I just can't remember. But the crowd went crazy anyway. And then somebody on the YSL case, I believe, just got hit with a should I want to say they got hit with 5 years? They got hit
because they didn't.
Oh yeah, here you go right here. I'm gonna play it.
To the court. That's the sentence to the court. I find there to have been that violation. I'm revoking 5 years.
And
he will be continued on probation, Your Honor?
And reinstate the balance.
Thank you.
Might I ask, is it possible for my client to turn himself in to make arrangements?
I think y'all knew when you came in here that this was a strong possibility. So no, I'm sorry.
So basically what happened was, when they all took plea deals, they basically took plea deals where some of their plea deals may have been like, hey, you got to come on the stand, you got to snitch.
Gotcha.
So basically, when they call you up to the stand and you get on the stand and you acting a fool and you didn't, so it's like, so for YSL, what he is different. So when he took his plea deal, it was basically with immunity. So he can get up. That's why he can get up there, act a fool, and say whatever because he don't have no consequences to his jump. But for somebody else, if they let you out on probation, and basically their probation was like, you either gonna get 5 years probation or you gonna have to serve these 5 years if you don't come on the stand and cooperate. So now you getting on the stand and you don't want to cooperate, then cool, I'm gonna take back your fucking plea deal, and now you got to sit here and go do your time.
Gotcha.
So basically, that's what happened. So I mean,
damn. But you was already locked up, right?
Before. No, he was out, and that's why the lawyer.
No, I'm saying, but he already got picked up anyway.
No, you got locked up before. So, but then you got out. Remember when all of them got locked? Okay. When all of them got out, and Thug was the only one still in. So he was one of the people who got out, and that's why his lawyer tried to say, "Well, hey, can he come? Can we figure out another day to turn himself in?" And the judge like, "Nah, nigga, you knew what you was doing when you already got on here. You knew what you were supposed to do. You didn't want to live up to your obligation. So guess what? Hey, you're staying here for the next 5 years. Enjoy yourself. Whatever sale you want, you pick it out and you figure it out for yourself, little buddy." Man, I'm scared to even look at this score again. Oh, it's over, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's 67-62. Yeah, it's over. Fuck. Damn, dog. I'm blown. I can't believe they lost this shit. I want to see who got the finals MVP though. I feel like they're gonna give it to Stewie, but she kind of don't deserve it. To be honest, it should be Jacqueline Jones.
Yeah, because
she the only one that kind of showed up for the game. With the first game, she had 24 points. She had 24 points, 10 rebounds. Game one. Of course they lost game one at the overtime with that one. And then what was the other game that they won? Or it was down to they lost. What was the last game? Game 4. But she still had 22. So that's why I do want to see who they gonna give it to. But like I said, going back into that conversation when she still ended the game. She played 40 minutes and had 5 points.
Hit a clutch shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they still may.
I think
so. They still may try to give it to her then, just because. But we just go off of just numbers. And there's one thing I can't.
That's what I wanted. I did want to ask you. Who was this? Who them winning this championship? Who do we really put more pressure on? The Milwaukee, the Timberwolves, or the New York Knicks?
Oh, because you know what's so great? No, nigga, you know what's so funny? Because when you say it's funny that you said that because when I seen the Justin Jefferson and Anthony Edwards interview, whatever the joint they just. I don't think it's all the way. I don't think it's out yet, but the clip. Is that what it's for? No, I think that's for ESPN. Whatever it was, because
no, wasn't this, I thought it was a Slam magazine when Randy Moss and
no, that's an ESPN John. It's an ESPN. It's an ESPN John. Right. I think it come out on Tuesday. But anyway, I thought the same. It's funny that you say that because I literally thought the same thing. I'm like, damn, if the Lynx win the championship in Minnesota, I mean, well, before the day Minnesota was fucking 5-0. So I was kind of just like, damn, it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Anthony Edwards and them to kind of live up to the hype. But I think the Knicks gonna have more pressure on them anyway, just because they had a great season last year, and then you make the trade for Karl Anthony Towns, and then I mean,
both of them made a trade. That's what I'm saying. Who would it be more pressure now?
Probably just the Knicks, just because it's just
it's New York.
It's because it's New York.
Just because it's just they act that fool right now. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, nigga, and the Yankees and I don't know nothing about baseball, but the Yankees is in the World Series. And the only reason why I know that just because I be on Twitter and I seen people talking about it. But yeah, shout out to the New York Liberty. They did end up winning. I'm mad. Damn, dog. I lost bread fucking with goddamn Lynx, dog. I lost twice. I done lost damn near every time I bet with them this play. I mean, not the playoffs, but just in this finals, because even the last game I bet with them to win and they won, but then I had Nafisa Kalia for my parlay and she didn't hit. They ended up winning and she only had 14 points and I had her for 20. I'm just like, bro, that's the only thing I hate about parlays. I'd be like, bro, how do you win this game and you only got 14 points? And that is a tricky thing about betting with the WNBA, because I mean, that is a conversation that me and you was having where it's kind of like even look at it, the games the score is 67 to 62 is so crazy. Like, yeah, the scores do be extremely low. So it's just kind of usually like you just don't, but still, like, even with a net, bro, you can't have 5 points. You can't have 5 points, and I get it. You only got 67, but still, you can't have 5, though. Like, if she would have had 10 tonight or 12 tonight, all right, cool. I can respect it because you still did hit that to them 2 big threes in the other game. That still be more respectable. But for you to sit here and say this the final, this game 5, the season on the line, and you only scored 5 points.
She wasn't hitting.
But that, you know,
because I want to say she was like 0 for 3 from threes or something like 0 for 6, something like that from the 3-pointer. She was shooting, but she just wasn't hitting.
Yeah, but that's so, you know what's so crazy, and the reason why I did even just wanted to bring up just the numbers, because even the game before that they lost, Breonna Stewart, I believe they said she shot like 5 for 21. And the crazy thing is, because I follow people and they be talking about the WNBA, and I even follow people who be making videos and talking about it, and that was one of the conversations why people were saying who deserves to be Finals MVP. But that's why I'm not a fan of just a field goal percentage thing, because realistically, when you just looking at it, I'm watching that game 4. I never really paid attention to how bad she was shooting, because she was still doing other stuff. She was still getting rebounds. She was still, like I said, she was checking Nafisa Kalia, and I needed Nafisa Kalia to get 20. Nafisa Kalia only had 14. So it's kind of still just like, yeah, I get it. She's shooting. She 5 for 21. But when you still impacting the game in other ways, it's not as notable. It's not as noticeable when it's somebody like Sabrina Ionescu, where it's kind of like, nigga, her thing is shooting threes. So when you only score and you're not a defensive person, you're not a big rebounder or nothing, so it's kind of like, nigga, you ain't scoring, you kind of, I forget that you even on the court. Like, you're not really making no crazy impacts. But so that was one of my things where I just paid attention to, just like, and of course I know a reason why I thought about it. I'm like, damn, well, she 5 for 21. Niggas, if this was Angel Reese, niggas would have dragged it to hell. But because it's Breonna Stewart, nobody kind of like, I mean, because she's Stewie, nobody not going to really drag it like that. And like I said, she still made, to me, watching the game, I didn't realize that she shot that bad, because like I said, I'm still paying attention to her make other plays on the court. So to me, it's just not, that's why I'm never going to be a fan of just the field goal percentage thing, because I don't even necessarily know, like, when did that become a thing, because I just don't, like, if you actually watching the games, and if it's somebody, even if you tied into the men's, like if it's somebody like LeBron, you don't realize that, because his game, he impact the game or something.
But they
it depends on the shots, and it depends on what else you're doing on the floor.
And that's the thing. I think that's more so where's the argument at. And you say why people do pay attention, because if it's somebody like a Russell Westbrook who, all right, you scored 40, but you took 80 shots to get 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you was forcing it. So you do have, like I said, it's not as a problem, but you do see the difference. It's like, all right, well, damn, how many shots did you really take to get that?
But do you feel like you only notice it if you don't impact the game in other ways?
No, I still think you would.
Because if you pay, because let's just use like Nick shit. Even that game when we talk about how exciting that Warriors Lakers game was, I believe Steph Curry started that game off shooting bad early, but because the Warriors play at such a fast pace, you still don't really realize how many threes he missed already, because they just take a lot of threes.
But that's why I say I think that's more so, because even I remember that time when I told you when it was Dennis Scott, when he was talking about how when he played, shit, as a team, we probably only get up 3.
Yeah, of course. So that's what I'm saying. So I want to do it, because even just think about it. Listen, I mean, if we kind of go back, we didn't never judge Allen Iverson off of how many shots he took.
Yes, they did.
I don't think
they
so,
did.
dog.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe just because it was just because it's the internet now. Just to me, because of the internet, it seems like it just be way more louder than it normally be.
Yeah.
Like it just
even with Kobe, they talked about how bad he, you know what I'm saying? Like, he shot a lot. Like that's a thing that you would say, like, damn, he shot a lot to get those points. So that is a thing to say. That's why I say I get what your argument is, just how we pointed out to just she's shooting bad. That's why she is who she is or whatever. I get, because even I think Matt sent that clip when Drummond was saying how he missed shots on purpose,
to get extra rebounds.
So that's what I'm saying. I just think it is all on the person for real.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, like I said, and I'm not, and I'm y'all. Of course, y'all know the same way niggas be Jay-Z offenders or you be LeBron lovers, nigga. I'm going rock and roll for Angel Reese all the time. So I mean, I don't care. I know that just comes with the territory, and why we just talking
Did
about
you
her.
see that outfit she had on? That was nasty.
I mean, but you got to think. I think that's what you got to think about. That's the league she in, and that was the conversation that we was having before. I mean, before when I told you about that was the. I mean, they own, both of them are the owners of the league. So it's kind of. I mean, it's. Yeah, they own the league.
That's who jersey she had on?
Yeah, she had both of their jerseys on.
Oh, okay, I didn't see. I was just like,
oh, you thought she just couldn't pick a side? Fuck no, nigga. That's it. No.
Look to me, it just looked nasty. I'm like, why?
Yeah, so for people, for people who don't know what we're talking about, Angel Reese she was courtside at the Liberty and Lynx game, and she was wearing it was a jersey. I don't even know. It was a jersey shirt. She got it made into a jersey. She had both of their jerseys made into a shirt, and it was a jersey. It was a Nafisa Collier jersey, and it was a Breonna Stewart jersey, and both of them own the Unrivaled League. And the Unrivaled League, and the reason why I want to bring that up is because they have signed a major TV deal with TNT. And I'm not gonna lie, the first time, I'm sorry to Issa Rae, I never wanted to support HBO Max, but they got me. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I can watch the games on HBO Max where I don't have to be in the house and watch it on TNT, so I can watch it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'm getting HBO Max. This would be the first time they got my money. I ain't gonna lie to you. Issa Rae, you should have got Angel Reese on one of your shows.
Yeah,
I would have paid for it.
Yeah, because TNT,
they with them, but I just didn't know. I mean, because even on the thing, it showed it. So they will. I just so I can read it off and it can be professional with it. I believe they have what is this? 45 games. I believe it's 45 games, and all of them will be. I believe. I just want to televised. Yeah, they all 45 games will be televised, and of course, a lot of people was making a big deal about it because they was like, "Damn, it's crazy that this." They got a better TV deal than the WNBA, and that was one of the reasons why. And we'll talk about the rest in a minute.
I mean, you shouldn't be surprised.
So for people who don't know what this is, it is called Unrivaled, and this is a women's 3-on-3 basketball league, and it will be a compressed full court. So they will still be playing full court, but the full court will just be a little bit smaller.
3-on-3?
Yeah, 3-on-3. And that's another reason for people who kept saying
full court 3-on-3.
I don't know. They do it on the jump on. Oh, do they do that? The big three is half court.
Yeah.
I know that they do it on one of them leagues on TikTok. I want to say it's called Overtime. I think the Overtime League play full court. It will be the highest average salaries in women's professional sports history. I believe they're going to all be getting like 333. I seen it. I'm not necessarily know if that's what it is, but I think I seen it was going to be like 300,000 a year, 330,000 a year.
Per player?
Yeah, per player.
That's not bad.
Shit, nigga, that's great compared to the highest player in the WNBA get 220.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not bad. It's not hurting their pockets because if you really think of it, it's what, only 30 girls?
Yeah, it's only 30. Yeah, it's only 30 girls.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, and so so it's 30. So it's 30 players, and the season will start January 7th. And like I said, you can watch it on. I mean, of course, if you already pay cable, you can watch it on TNT. But if you don't, and you got HBO Max, you can watch it on HBO Max. So that to me is tight, and that way, and I guess the reason why we can kind of lean that into the conversation because, of course, over the weekend, Angel Reese was on her Instagram live after the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and of course, I could talk about Tyra Banks in a second after that. So she was on the Instagram live, and I believe she was just talking to people in the comment section or something. So some people was just asking her like, "Hey, where you stay at?" or whatever the case may be, and then she was kind of like jokingly saying, "Well, I stay in." Well, she stays somewhere downtown in Chicago, and I guess her rent was $8,000. And then
damn,
that I'm not gonna lie, the rent being $8,000 is a lot of money. But then
in Chicago,
yeah.
I would have. If you just said New York, all right, I believe you. But in Chicago,
I guess I know. Of course, let's be clear. It's people on Chicago because I believe the Shade Room, whatever those people who they have to do the conversation or talking for them on their John. I believe the girl Kiki or whatever the case may be. I believe she worked in Chicago on Chicago radio, and they was all kind of saying, like, "Damn, she could have got something for at least $4,000 cheaper." But one thing y'all got to remember: none of y'all as famous as Angel Reese. So I do kind of think realistically, safety protocol. This is still Chicago. Like, let's not get it. This is still Chicago. So I don't just think for safety protocols, I don't necessarily know. To me, the common sense would probably, all right, if this is the safest, I don't know. I don't know where she live at or what's the real requirements for. Because to me, still, I'm talking about for the average person, I don't care. $8,000 a month is ridiculous. But still, and then people was kind of taking it where she was joking and sitting here saying, oh yeah, ha, I'm living above my means. And this is when I told y'all,
that is.
No, it's nuts. It sounds crazy, but then again, of course, people. I seen some girl who tweeted out like all her endorsements, like her nigga. She had a jump with Call of Duty, and that was again when I was one of the conversations when I was having. Me and you had it before when I said, when are we gonna have a real conversation about what if a lot of these companies kind of just finesse that Caitlyn fan base where it's like, hey, yeah, we gonna hurry up and sign her on these contracts, but they still haven't put no product out. And that was, and it kind of even go this kind of double in the conversations where we was having a conversation about Paige Becker. She's still in college. She played, and Juju Watkins, both of them still in college. Juju Watkins got one of the highest endorsements from Nike ever, and Paige already got a shoe that's coming out in December. Yeah, it's a PR, it's a PE shoe, but they still selling it for $190. And the people, I seen people in the comments kind of mad, like, damn, how's she getting a shoe released before Caitlyn? I'm telling y'all, me personally, because I pay attention enough, I don't think no company believes in the product she can actually sell. Yeah, but can she sell a bunch of Indiana Fever? No, shit, ain't nothing going on in Indiana. Tell me something else in Indiana besides what the fuck the sports thing they got. Ain't nobody going to no fucking parties in Indiana. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Go watch that Netflix joint when them niggas was just talking about sitting here when they just played the NBA, just had the All-Star game in Indiana. Niggas like, ain't not going nowhere. LeBron's like, I'm gonna be in a hotel with my wife and kids. I'm not going away. What the fuck is in Indiana? So let's not overdo what we're seeing. But do I think, why hasn't Nike sit here and dropped a shoe for her? Because guess who they already get? You have never seen nobody tell you, hey, we gave this person a big contract and never seen a shoe right after the big contract. That don't make sense. Who does that? Nobody does that. Nike don't do that. Unless Nike know, hey, guess what I cannot do? I probably, if I'm being honest with myself, this girl may not be able to sell no shoe.
But I think it would take it longer for them to.
For who? For why?
Name just got what?
Nigga, she on Sabrina too. She only been in the league 4 years.
Right. So it takes it. Right. She didn't get off her rookie.
But you got to think. But you got to think about it. She probably didn't even have that big deal then neither.
Right. But she was a big face of it. I feel like, me personally, I think if anything, it would be more so of a Kobe shoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if Kobe was right, if Kobe was living right now, that would be her signature shoe under Kobe.
Who?
Caitlin Clark.
But what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying though. All of that still to me is not like, you can't tell me this person is supposed to be as big as life and not give them their own shoe. Why you got to put something under Kobe?
But because I feel like the design, the way the shoe company, like if you look at all the signature athletes that Nike do have right now, none of their shoes are really selling like that.
No,
like,
of course we had that conversation on here before. Of course,
something like that. So I wouldn't even jump out there. That's what I'm saying.
So listen to what I'm saying though. But that to me is you being scared, trying to give her a scapegoat, so you don't want her to fail.
But I don't think it's giving her scapegoat. You're going to wait. You're going to wait the process out. I don't think nobody's just going to jump. Like I said, only person we know that a rookie year came out with LeBron,
Carmelo,
and that's it for real. Like a signature shoe and KD,
and Kyrie.
Kyrie, I don't think he. Not first.
I mean, of course not first because as soon as LeBron came back. So what LeBron came back his year 3, he had a shoe since LeBron came back.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think. I just think you gotta, and even especially like I said, even with the women's basketball, I think you're going to kind of wait. You're going to wait first. Because, like I said, you got to think about it. Sabrina, right now.
Let's be clear. But this is what I'm saying. So that's my point of why I'm still going to stand on the firm. I don't believe that this girl can sell product the way they did. Because and the reason why because the argument to me will be, well, why ain't nobody stopping with Angel Reese and they just keep boom, 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 product. Nobody ain't scared to put no product out of her. Nobody ain't dragging their feet with her.
But okay, and that's the difference. I can go off of Reese right now because right now Reese that's the thing. But Caitlin Clark, I still got some. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're praying that you got long-term rap. But let's be clear, because after the rookie, so all I'm just saying is after the rookie year, and you can't keep comparing them two as rookies. Then what do you do? Because that's her school. That's her. Let's keep it a buck, and we can be honest for a second. That's her storyline. Her storyline is compared like, okay, hey, well, at least she's better than Angel Reese. But now when you become in into it you're coming in as a veteran player the next season, now you get compared to the rest of the veterans.
Right.
So now, what is going to be your storyline, and what's going to be the thing that's going to make people buy your shit now?
I think it's going to be her. I think it's her game now. So how she involved her game From and just like I said with the whole Olympics break, how she kind of locked in and changed her, you know, the way she was playing.
Of course, for sure.
So that's going to be your next what's name. Like I think the comparison. That's what I said. We was just doing a comparison, but I feel like now it's time to develop your game. What can you do now? That was your first year. Now let's see what you do for your second year. Let's see.
Yeah,
how
but
you
no, listen. All I'm saying, all of that to me, it sounds great if you didn't already try to overhype the person. Because now I'm the nigga who looking on. I'm paying attention to. Damn, you ain't got no cereal. Well, Angel Reese about to have a cereal come out in November. You got, and I watch people on social media make videos all the time in the grocery store looking for it, and that's the only reason why I know it come out in November because she didn't have to respond to people. I'm telling you, it's a difference between, and people try, and this is my only thing that blow me about just us in general, especially when we try to, and I hate because I feel like men try to just belittle everything Angel Reese do. How many social media followers you have, it means everything to everything else besides when we compare Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark or comparing how big Angel Reese is to the rest of the WNBA. That she is the only person, because when we talk about Taylor Swift, we talk about Beyonce, we talk about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, whoever else, LeBron James, we always compare how many followers they got. Because when people mention LeBron James, niggas be like, oh, LeBron James don't need the NBA because LeBron James got more followers than the NBA. Niggas say that all the time.
And you saying that, I meant to send you that clip because I think Gilbert said something about Bronny, how he was saying he's not an athlete, but you can influence.
Of course, you got more influence for sure. Of course,
he put it down. I think he was saying that Bronny got more followers than Patrick Mahomes right now. He was like he's an influence. That's why the Lakers would try to keep or try to brand off of him.
Of course, it's sell the jerseys. Of course, for sure. But that's my whole point. But remember, me and you had this conversation before when we was even talking about LaMelo Ball years ago. Because and that was the conversation me and you we had literally again about followers. And I was like, bro, any team's going to geek to make LaMelo Ball a franchise player again. Because guess what we talking about? We talking about rookies. He didn't have a shoe since he been a rookie.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Certain people you can gravitate to, and I can just keep like if you under that brand. But that's why I say I just feel like with Nike, I don't think Nike's just going to jump out there. Like I said, I don't think
look at even looking with Victor. They ain't wait too long with Victor.
Who?
Wembyamba. He got his own shoe coming next season. He coming into this season. He got his own shit.
So it's the second year coming in. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see it just pressing out right now. I wouldn't have pressed out waited right now. I would have waited. So let's say next year, her second year. Now, okay, here goes.
But listen, I'm saying. But just all I'm just sitting here saying is realistically, let's just sit here and say if she take the route of what everybody's saying and say she stay low key, she don't go nowhere. How does her brand come back impactful 8 months from now? What is she going to do for the next 8 months? Because guess what? Let's be and I hate.
I think you more so focused on your game though. That's what I'm trying to say.
I hear what you're saying, but Marcus, let's be honest. How many? Because you even said this a million times. The WNBA ain't for niggas sitting here running to go. So out of sight, out of mind. So for you talking about coming back in 8 months, niggas is not going to have that same excitement 8 months for year 2 of her. If we listen, come on, we had to keep it a buck now. Like we can't sit here and change like niggas is going to be waiting 8 months to see this girl.
But that's why I say. But when you look at the landscape of the WNBA, there's nobody. Even the other players, they're not doing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I hear what you're saying. But that's why I say Reese is doing what she got to do because she got to be on the hustle. I just feel like nobody else. Like we don't really pay attention to other WNBA players. Like
no, because listen, I'm listening to it. Go ahead, finish what you're saying because I agree with what you're saying.
We don't pay them no mind. So that's what I'm saying. Yes, Angel Reese is doing the right thing. You get into the money, you get into that bag. But other people might be focused more so on, I want to craft my game. Next year, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to better play it. You know what I'm saying?
But then my whole thing to all of that still would be is realistically, how important is that? You can have the best, you can have the greatest game on planet Earth. But if you still cannot impact people to, and this is another thing when people got mad about her saying, oh, for $8,000 a month, you can sit here and go buy a house. Dog, I would tell all of y'all, just Google any WNBA player. Matter of fact, the finals is just here. This is not Breonna Stewart's first team. This is her second team. She played for Seattle. She done won 2 championships for Seattle. She plays for the New York Liberty. Now, who the hell is imagine if she was in her 20s and would have bought a house and the crazy thing is that the difference is for all of them is they go play overseas. So why would I buy a house anywhere?
That's why I was saying that was crazy for you paying $8,000 for something that you ain't even gonna be in there that much.
But we don't know how long her lease can maybe because maybe I hope she's not gonna sit here and go rent somewhere and then you got to go live in Miami for January to March or however long that season is. So I mean, I don't necessarily know. Like I said, that was just her on Instagram Live and people took it out. But my even thing of it is, though, it got so big, it's literally was CNN made it a headline on the CNN joint. I took a screenshot just so I can show you this joint. Like I'm like, bro, this is CNN. Why why do y'all give a fuck about this girl? How much she paid for rent? And for people think I'm slicing it, this is literally a CNN joke. She literally on the headline of CNN, how much she sit here and say she paid for rent, like bro, on her Instagram live. But that's my point. I'm cool with them doing it because it just makes my point of what I said last week. Bro, that's the female. Y'all looking for who the next LeBron James is. I don't care how you want to address it. I'm not talking about skill level. I'm talking about just off of popularity alone and influence and impact on the culture. Yeah, Angel Reese is your LeBron James. That's it. You can go argue with your mother or a wall. You won't get that. You ain't getting it from nobody else. I hate to tell you that. It's no other way to dress it up. Because show me another player that you care this much about that you swear to God you don't care that much about. There's no way in hell that CNN made a headline about this girl saying something on her Instagram live about what she paid for her rent. This is CNN. We supposed to get ready to go vote in 3 weeks. You're about to go vote in 3 weeks and y'all got time to sit here and pause from Trump versus Harris to sit here and tell me about Angel Reese's rent? What the, like, nigga, that screams to me LeBron James. That's it. That's all. You can lie to yourself and say whatever you want, dog. I'm just telling you the God honest truth. You can dress it up whatever you want. It ain't nothing else. Because guess what? Even when we go back to the Ball brothers and tying it back into the clock thing of why you don't sell no product, nobody don't want to get in bed with you and really like, hey, let's try a product with you. Shit, look at LaMelo Ball and Alonzo Ball when they first came out. Their father wouldn't even let them sell no shoes. Think about how many people was mad that they ordered them Baller brands. Them shit was $500. $500 for some Baller brand slides. Did we forget about that? That's all. Listen to what I'm saying. And I'm not mad at people for y'all buying into some people are gullible. If the news media tell you something enough over and over, and they keep telling you, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. Same thing when I tell y'all about football quarterbacks. Go look at all the 1 and 4 quarterbacks. Why they don't talk about it? You know why? Because all on white. That's all I'm saying, dog. I hear y'all, and you can argue and sit here and say, oh, Mike, I don't care. I don't fuck with snow bunnies. No shape or form. I don't care. Feel how you want. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. I've been telling y'all this all year long. Tell me why they don't talk about you. It's one dog. Think about how hard they go on Dak Prescott. They be crucifying, and I'm gonna play that clip of Jerry Jones telling the nigga he was gonna fire him for asking him a question. But think about how hard they go on Dak. Think about how hard they go on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, hey, nigga, this nigga, the way they playing right now, they don't look like they're gonna lose another game. Knock on wood. But let's keep it a big. They don't tell you about the 1-1 teams. Nigga, it was just literally, they was in London playing today. It was Jacksonville versus who did Jacksonville play? Who? New England. With the battle of the bum white quarterbacks. Both of them, they was all 1-4, 1-5 before the game started today. Man, one of them, of course, had to win. But they ain't talking about that. They ain't talking about how bad these two teams is. The first thing they talk about in New England, oh, you think the coach gonna get fired? Why the coach gonna get fired? He just got there, but who's talking about the bum ass quarterbacks? Why Jacksonville ain't talking about bitching Trevor Lawrence? But like I said, that's my whole thing is if you don't pay attention to this stuff enough and you kind of just take it at face value and allow ESPN to tell you what you're supposed to believe and you don't want to do no homework on your own, then you're going to believe that. But all I would ask you for, especially for everybody else who ride all, and niggas was mad. Like I go on that, if you got time and you just want to look how upset people was, niggas is mad in the comment section saying, oh, you don't think the evaluation would have been more if they got Caitlin Clark? They didn't need her, dog. And they just proved the point. Their salaries on their program, and they got more television. All these games will be televised. And what's the date on these Jones? Because that shit is important too. What's the what they say these games? I want to say because they gave the date that these games was going to be played on. I want to say they're going to be played on. I think it was Monday. I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I believe it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It got
did get it.
Huh? She got it? Yeah, she should have. Shout out to Jacquel Jones. For Jacquel Jones did get the finals MVP because she deserved it. Like Breonna Stewart had too many games where it kind of was just like, yeah, but I feel like we kind of just did a WNBA deep dive. We can go on to something. Oh, let's go on to Cam Newton and Corey Holcomb. This was just so funny because it kind of again go into the conversation I had last week about, matter of fact, just so we can end on sports, because this would go into the conversation I had last week when I was telling y'all about just about Dak. I mean, not Dak Prescott, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith on why I think he should be careful when it comes to Cam Newton. Do I want to play? Which clip should I play? I'm just going to play the Cam Newton one first, and then I'll play what he actually was responding to. Since I'm already here, it's Cam Newton trying to have that. Oh, that's a Nike jump.
I didn't look at Kirk Cousins quoting bankroll. I didn't think I'd see the day, Cam Newton.
Welcome to your Trump and take over your Trump. Yeah. And everybody from Atlanta will appreciate that. You dig what I'm saying? I really know that Kirk Cousins has engulfed the culture in Atlanta, putting up 509, I believe, making sure nobody walks into his trap. Okay. I'm trying to stay corporate here. But if we want to go back to Atlanta, Walk in your trap and take over your trap. Rest in peace to Bankroll Fresh. You dig what I'm saying? Kirko, keep it up.
Look at Kirk Cousins.
And so, for people who don't know what that is or why he said that, because Kirk Cousins did do it. I'm gonna play the clip of Kirk Cousins as well. Kirk Cousins, after the interview, they was talking about their record because what was their Atlanta? What's Atlanta record before? Because they did lose today. What was Atlanta? I can't remember what Atlanta record was before moving into the week. But Atlanta been balling.
3-3 now. Like, something like that.
They lost 3 games. No, I think it had to be like 2. They ain't lose 3 already.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Kirk Cousins did an interview, and Kirk Cousins basically quoted Bankroll Fresh after his interview. And when they won the game, I thought I had this clip already queued up. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't have it already queued up. But anyway, Kirk Cousins did quote Bankroll Fresh after a victory, and they took it down. They couldn't have took it down, did they? I hope he did. Okay. No, here you go.
Take over your trap was the line he would say, and so that's kind of what it is. You go into someone else's stadium and you try to assert yourself. That's what everybody's trying to do when they go on the road. It's hard to do, but that's certainly walk into your trap, take over your trap was the line he would say, and so that's kind of what it is. You go into someone else's stadium and you try to assert yourself. That's what everybody's trying to do when they go on the road. It's hard to do, but
and that was because they lost today, though, right? So they was 4-2 before they lost today. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, and that was I'm just playing that clip of Cam Newton because, of course, for last week, for people if you're just catching this on YouTube and didn't see this last week, I sit here and say I believe ESPN hiring all of these other athletes and other personalities is kind of going to be their safety net for not have to bend the knee and pay Stephen A. the crazy bag. And that was just, to me, watching Cam Newton just. Because it ain't too many people gonna know that's Bankroll Fresh. You gotta really, because Cam Newton is from Atlanta, you kind of really just going to have to know for you to actually understand and be able to play in. So for it to be that effortless and the kind of just that alley-oop from Kirk Cousins, and he didn't even know he was throwing Cam an alley-oop, but it just made it so cool. And then that same day they had Snoop on there. So again, like I said, just to me, pay attention to that. This is one of my takes that I'm like to lean firmly on. I believe the Cam Newtons, because I watch ESPN, so they renewed a lot of people on ESPN. I want to say they gave Chyna Boumier a new contract, Monica McNutt. Who else? I want to say it was like 3 or 4 people, but those were the main 2.
Kendrick Perkins.
Oh yeah, Kendrick Perkins, and I think it had to be one more person, but I know those 3 for sure. Kendrick Perkins, Monica McNutt, and Chyna Boumier. All 3 of them got contracts. So like I said, they still kind of dragging their feet with the Stephen A. Smith thing. So just pay attention and remember that Mikey told y'all first that Cam Newton thing may kind of be the reason this not saying that Stephen A. I don't know how Stephen A. gonna feel if he don't get paid whatever he's looking for. He may end up leaving ESPN, but I just personally think pay attention to that one. And like I said, I'm going to tie this into, because I don't think Cam Newton was really ready for Corey Holcomb, because Corey Holcomb is one of them dudes that's kind of just like he gonna say whatever he feel, and he definitely gave Cam Newton a run for his money on his new episode on what's this junk called, Cam Newton
Funky Friday.
Funky Friday. Yeah, there you go. I ain't playing.
That's the one with the BBL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But your queen should be. If you find your queen and she looks good, that's a blessing. But your queen should be chosen not by looks, by the quality of who she is. So all these girls with BBLs, yeah, I'll fuck them. You marry a girl with a BBL, something wrong with you, man. I know a lot of people who tried it. It don't never work because you marrying somebody with a mental issue. They crazy.
Is this you being funny or is this really how you feel?
This is the real, brother.
Say less. Can we get into our game?
If you find your queen and she looks good, that's a blessing. But your queen should be chosen not by looks, by the quality of who she is. So all these girls with BBLs, yeah, I'll fuck them. You marry a girl with a BBL, something wrong with you, man. I know a lot of people who tried it. It don't never work because you marrying somebody with a mental issue.
So I guess realistically that kind of plays on the stereotype with a question where most people wonder if you marrying a woman with a BBL. Is it, and when he say a mental issue, of course I think it's a little bit of razzle dazzle for TV's sake. But if we being honest, it kind of one of my favorite things and conversations that we have on here a lot is it does a form of body dysmorphia. It don't matter. Of course, people can dress it up and say, "Oh, I do this thing so because of whatever the case may be." But you saw something that you didn't like, and you didn't even want to go to the gym and try to work it out. So do I kind of agree with Corey Holcomb? Like, where it's like, would I wife somebody with a BBL? Because of course, and I think and let's be honest, I think it's on how big it is. Like, if it's one of those crazy, stupid, just like. What I don't even know what year the 2000s where that was kind of really just the look where it was OD. That may have been like what 2000 and what like 7 or 8, like that crazy butt shot community where the butt was stupid big. But I think realistically, maybe if it's small and you can't really tell, that may be a little bit different. Where people who don't know that you really got a BBL, they can't really tell. But I do, because I follow a lot of fitness girls, and that's one of their things where it's like, oh, I'm fighting the BBL allegations, because it's just a thing where some people just don't want to just date because their body just look too crazy. And I don't necessarily know any sane man who may realistically, especially the older you get, Corey Holcomb probably in his 50s, and from a 50-year-old man, do I really want to sit here and say I do to somebody with a body where we can't go everywhere? Because he went into a detail into that conversation where it was more like, all right, well, if we're going out to a red carpet, like we can't go everywhere. I want to, if this is going to be my wife, I want her to be able to be versatile where, hey, we can go on red carpets together, but we also can go to dinner together. We also can go in the ballroom meetings together. I can take you anywhere, and people don't look at you like you're crazy. Because I don't think that don't have nothing to do with race. That's not a race thing. Because let's keep it a buck. I'm sure you can take, if you're taking a woman that's like, and I'm talking about, y'all know the BBL I'm talking about. The joint is the ass just stick out, like you can just see it all the way from the front, and the legs don't match or none of that stuff. So when you kind of get that crazy type of body look to it, it kind of just make it be like, dog, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I want to sit here and wife that. Of course, when I hit it, everybody would. No man would sit here and come on microphone and be like, oh, I wouldn't hit it. But we talking about wifey. Would you sit here and get on your knees, and would you marry this woman? And think about the conversation that we had earlier when we talking about just shit. Look at Blac Chyna, how much she has recreated herself, not just on the physical, but also on the mental. But she took all that stuff out, because eventually you will outgrow some of that stuff. And it was just God willing that she had the money that she could financially afford to take the stuff out. Same thing with K. Michelle, because I do think realistically, some of those, and those are two women who made those decisions earlier because they were popular, and they were super popular in that early 2000s, 2010s, 2011. They were super popular. And that kind of was like the pressure to look like that in those time frames. But then when you kind of get older, you get a little bit more mature, and then you realize, bro, I don't want the first thing as soon as I walk in a room, people just stand at me and kind of already making a stereotype to me. I feel almost the same way about dreads, to be honest. When people who just don't get them done, like, of course, because I'm like, when you keep them up, it's cool. But when you just kind of like, sometimes you see niggas just standing outside, hanging on a corner or something, and they just got their dreads just laid all over their face. You stereotype that shit. I don't care what y'all say. I do. The older I get, and that don't have nothing to do with, this ain't somebody on the news telling me this. This is from my own life experiences, because I'm watching the way it, like, people, you just don't care. That's a look where it's like, it's a difference between when you actually care and you keep it up, you get your shit retwisted, you may die, you might swag it up, you may put it in a bun, you may do whatever. You actually care about the way you present yourself. But niggas who get dreads and they just letting them just grow, looking wild and crazy, and just letting them hang out, bro, then you don't care about too much of nothing. So if you don't care about your uptake, how can I realistically think you care about life? And that's kind of the same way when people are making that judge about the BBL. It's kind of just like, it make a strong stereotype. What's the girl that was going viral and they was smoking her out on the shade room? I believe, what's her name? Like J_ whatever her name is. And because a homegirl of mine sent me the video of her before, and I sent it. When she sent it to me, I was like, damn, when the video of how whatever she was doing, the photo shoot she was doing, it looked so clean, it looked fake. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it looked like a robot. I told my homegirl when she sent it, I said, damn, if they make these in the robots, I'm never coming out the house. Like, my dating life is already in the trash can now, nigga. It would never come out the trash can, because when I seen it, I was just like, woo. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it just looked that fake. It looked that fake. So she was kind of going back and forth with people on social media, and she was saying her body wasn't fake because it was just that perfect. Then it definitely did look fake. So just, like I said, I hear what Corey Holcomb was saying. I'm not sitting here saying I don't disagree with him, because for some men, that just may be too much, dog. I don't want to sit here and feel like I got to put up an argument or a fight every time I get out the house, because just that shit is a lot, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hear what he's saying. I feel what he's saying. I'm not gonna lie to you. And kind of even tie this into shit with the male version of this. Like, I don't necessarily know. Sorry, I wouldn't, if I'm a woman or a man, I wouldn't wife this person either.
Our family judges, some of our family don't want to see us to go, but we're gonna be together regardless, and y'all gonna hate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I mean, my
saying?
grandmother, before she passed, she was against it. She was like, she didn't want me to be with a short person. But
You ain't gotta say all that on the camera.
a short person.
People don't like that for to use that word though in the world. Like, you don't have to do
A short guy.
grandma.
Somebody short.
Some of our family.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. People got preferences. I'm not gonna hold you. People got their type. You got your preferences. It is what it is. I think people will get butthurt about certain situations because it just depends on what you like and how you feel. Oh, one more thing that he said about this. This was a good jump with the Kim Kardashian. I hope this ain't no music on this.
Telling me the girl who was on the tape with Ray J with the flat ass, and then all of a sudden her ass started popping. You telling me she's a mogul in some way?
No, she is. Let's put the jokes aside.
She's mogul.
Definitely a media mogul. We know T.I. as...
I know him as a rapper.
Okay, cool. Now, T.I. has ventured into comedy.
Yes.
You don't see T.I. as a comic?
I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I have never watched my brother T.I. perform. And the reason I have never watched him perform is because I want some time to let it bubble. I've never said this to him, and I know him. Me and T.I. cool, you know what I'm saying? But I've never watched his set, not one time, because I want to see him grow and get that. There's something that happens in comedy and other things as well where you become on stage really who you are. When he gets ready to become who he is on stage and talk about the stuff that he might be like, oh, that's touchy, don't touch on that. When he becomes that, he gonna really have a lot to say.
So how can you give grace to T.I. for allowing him to evolve, but that girl on OnlyFans or that person that we've seen as a sexual entity or a sexual vixen, when she becomes a DJ, when she becomes a sex symbol at a higher wave, it's not respected?
Well, if you out here just busting down for the game, it's not respectable, Cam, because what you doing is something that I feel like it's a form of desperation.
One of the most impactful females in the world, when the world first came to know who she is, was because of a sexual act.
Do you think Kim Kardashian, we said her name, that's why I'm using it. Do you think she's different now?
It's something has to be said that, okay, Kim K, we know how we first came to understand who she is. Mm-hmm. But what she's been able to do since then, it's been nothing less than something that needs to be studied. Call it what you want. I'm the one that's gonna give her flowers.
But what did she do? Do you know who her mother is, first of all?
For sure.
Okay, so the mother, she turned people that are talentless into everyday names because of her plug in the industry. It's not nothing to hold up as beautiful. It's just, this is what they had to do to get that paper. They had to do dirt to get the paper.
But that's the game, though. My take from this is she's evolved. Right?
So people, if you didn't pick up on the conversation they was having, they was trying to sit here and say, how do you judge the difference between Kim Kardashian going from her first, for people's first experiences and knowing who Kim K was, her breakout moment was the sex tape with her and Ray J. How do you still judge her and put her in that box, but you don't put T.I. in the same box as the ex-drug dealer? He went from a drug dealer to a rapper, and now people still, like, of course, he owned a trap museum. He owned other restaurants in Atlanta, where you look at him as a businessman now. And you even allow him to do the comedy thing, and people kind of like, all right, cool, T.I. do the comedy thing. Like, nobody really don't care. You're not, but you're still trying to just pigeonhole Kim Kardashian into, oh, that's the girl who did the sex tape. And you're not looking at her like, okay, she took this sex tape moment, but turned herself into a mogul. So it's kind of like, how do you I guess the bigger question is, do you think people do a worse job at pigeonholing women into thinking they only could be one thing? We only know them for this one thing. We don't allow them to kind of really flourish or be able to shake off some of their failures and become somebody new. Because people do kind of throw that in her face a lot, like it's a slight.
But I think it's what you're known for, though. Because
but do you think she should still be known for that? But no, that shit was like 10 years ago.
Right, and that tape is. But then it's still like, all right, you still we know we like you without clothes on. We seeing you, you know what I'm saying? Like you still using your sex appeal.
But like when the last time you could actually see him say that Paper Magazine, and that shit was like years ago. Like, bro, her and Kanye ain't been together now for like almost like 4 to 5 years now. So you talking about all of that other stuff is still longer. Like when the last time you actually seen Kim Kardashian naked? But that don't not like we like think about it when we talked about it with shit with the NBA, the WNBA, the NFL. She got the skim stuff with professional teams. Like that's her stuff. Like that ain't just something to sneeze
And that's why I say I just think it's just how some people identify you as.
But do you think that's only because they do it with women and don't do it with men?
I think they kind of do it with men.
So do you think people? So
So
my question: do you think people still look at Ray J that same way?
No.
Do you think people still hold Ray J accountable to that sex thing?
But that's the thing. I think because Ray J is ventured himself into so many things, and he said he's had so many other moments since then. You kind of forget that, but. For real, what do we know Kim for? That's what made her famous.
Yeah, that's what made her famous, but that's not what kept her famous.
Well, what would you say made Ray J famous? Well, that tape didn't make Ray J famous.
Yeah,
He was already famous
for sure, of course.
So that's why I'm saying it's certain. I think it's different people. How I'm trying to think who else can.
But okay, so no, let's just stay right there for a second. Why you could think of whoever. Why you take your time and think about whoever else you're thinking about. But I'm just going right there at the Ray J and Kim Kardashian. Why you think of whoever else you comparing? But just let's use that tape for the moment and let's use those two people. Kim Kardashian has surpassed Ray J 20 times over. I'm sure if we Google their two networks, they in two different planets. Kim Kardashian is closer to a billionaire, and Ray J probably even close to 100 millionaire. And Ray J do got a bunch of other businesses, but none of his businesses is successful as Kim Kardashian's one. If I'm comparing Kim Kardashian's Skims business to whatever Ray J got going on, it's not as big. Like let's be honest. And he got the Scooty bikes, he got the Raycons, and all them other little headphones or whatever the case may be. That still don't compare to Skims. So that's my only thing. So I do feel like that is a woman. It's a thing that people do with women. And that's one of the crazy things. I swear, there's no man. Like if you are a man and you felt some type of way about how, let's just say if you want to let's just go over, let's just bring it back to Angel Reese. If you want to judge her compared to 22-year-old Anthony Edwards. Go watch that Netflix joint and go compare her to 22-year-old Anthony Edwards. And that's somebody her same exact age that play the same exact profession that she do. And you judge the way he act and the way that she act. And I can tell you it's night and day, but guess what? Nobody won't never say nothing. You know why? Because he's a man and because she's a woman, and people love to put women in a different box. And that's just, and the only reason why I know that is just because I be on social media and I'm really paying attention to like, damn, just the way like some of y'all, but and the crazy thing is, if you do, y'all know me, I'm a people's watcher, I'm a comment watcher. If I really got time, you catch me in the morning time and I'm using the bathroom, I'm going, or even shit right before I go to the gym, I get in the bathroom, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna click your page, I'm gonna look. It's a dude, he from here, his Twitter be lit, he be talking about sports, but I'll be like, let me go, and I look, and then it's attached to your Instagram. You nobody on Instagram, and you just a fragile looking man. And I get it, because your takes sound like that. Sometimes niggas don't be understanding. You sound crazy. Like when you could just, even when you judging somebody that's 22, I'd be like, damn, how was you? Don't think about how bad we was when we was 22 years old. Like, dog, when I was 22, nigga, I would, for half of the stuff that I did at 22, if I ever got caught for any of it, I would not be on this microphone. I would be in jail. And for some of the worst stuff, nigga, I probably wouldn't even be getting out no time soon. So that's my point, is sometimes how we judge people. And that's why it's hard for me to just, because I was 22 before. But again, when we talk about women and men, I look at the way people judge Kim Kardashian and the way people speak about Ray J. Niggas sit here and you kiki with Ray J and this, that, and the third, but bro, Kim Kardashian has surpassed Ray J 1,000,000 times since that tape. Like them two, they shouldn't even be in. If I'm Kim Kardashian, I know she hates that she even still in the same conversation with this nigga. Because he's a poo putt at this time compared to her. Think about who he had kids with and who she had kids with. She had kids with Kanye West, one of the greatest music entertainers of all times. You can argue he's top 5 producers of all times, and some people might even got him at number 1. That's who she had her kids with, and she was married to. This is not kids out of wedlock. This was who she was married to, and Ray J had kids with a fucking loving hip-hop star? What are we talking about? This is after the tape. Compared it to just off their dating history still, she had kids and got married to Kanye West. This nigga had kids with a loving hip-hop star.
And now that you say that, now I was thinking about somebody, and it might be true, because let's just go to the Super Bowl incident with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. How the whole nipple thing came out, that kind of hindered her back from even performing or even doing anything. That keep her up, but Justin Timberlake was able to still keep going and doing his thing.
Exactly.
So like I said, you might have a point where it's just, I think it's just more females you will hold.
You hold them to a different light. And I think the times have changed. And the reason why I'll say even the times have changed, and you can kind of shout out to somebody like Meg Thee Stallion. She is one of the people to kind of break the barriers. And I seen somebody even tweet on, and I didn't agree with their tweet, but I seen it and people was like, damn, nobody don't want to talk about how the South is really still running hip hop, and the lead right now is the women. Think about if you take out if you keep the big four and I swap it out for Cardi and put it Sexy Red, and I only put, and y'all know I said I put Cardi in it just because she's Cardi, but if you talk about the hottest 4 females right now in rotation for the last year and a half, Sexy Red, Glorilla, Lotto, and Meg Thee Stallion, all of them are from the South. St. Louis, Atlanta, Houston, and Memphis. But just think about it. People don't even talk like if those was 4 men, think about how people would be talking about, damn, the South still. I mean, of course, people still say the South is dominant, but even when people talk about Memphis, they still try to throw in like nigga Pooh Shiesty, that shit is old now. That shit is like 4 years old now. But people still try to put him in the conversation. Or you try to put Money Back. No, Glorilla is the front runner for Memphis. When you talk about Memphis, say Glorilla and everything else comes after. When you talk about Houston, I mean, it's still like Travis Scott ain't as Houston as Meg is, but still, okay, it's Travis, it's fucking Meg. So just think about it. When we talk about Atlanta, like, okay, we can see him say Future is Gunna, and even if you want to say 20, but still right now on heat wise, still Lotto will be 4. And I can probably argue what space we can move her around. But let's just say Future is number 1, and I can argue where we should put her 2, 3, or 4 between her, 21 Savage, and Gunna. But I ain't putting her, but just think about how I ain't putting Lil Baby, or I ain't putting Quavo or Offset or none of them other niggas ahead of her. So that's just my whole thing of just when we just talk about women, I pay attention to just be like, niggas be judging women and try to put them in a box so crazy. Like, and it to me, it's a little bit disgusting in this week, but a lot of times when these conversations are led, they're led by most niggas that none of us would want to go hang with. But those be the people that they can sit on the internet all day and manipulate the way you think about certain things and be like, oh yeah, maybe she is trash. Oh yeah, why do Meg always be naked and this? But nigga, I have never came on my timeline. When Meg came through with that iced out grill, Meg Thee Stallion has never came on my timeline. I ever thought, damn, I wish Meg Thee Stallion put some clothes on. I've never thought of that. That never has ever came across my brain cells ever in life. But it's niggas out here who think like that. Damn, why Meg always naked? Or why they like niggas be super hard and want to judge this girl so crazy, but you're doing it because it's a woman. And what even made me think about, I'm listening to Hot 97 and a woman called up to the show and she checked Rosenberg about it. She was like, dog, what's your beef with Meg Thee Stallion? Why you be so hard pressed for her to sit here and put clothes on? Because that's the first thing you belittle her performance to is she always half naked. Okay, she got a nice body. Nobody don't tell Big X the Plug to put on no clothes. Y'all ever seen this fat, nasty nigga? That nigga look like he about 600 pounds. Like he can literally like 600 pounds. No, if y'all think I'm exaggerating, just Google Big X the Plug. And he be on stage damn near no shirt, nigga. His no shirt, he might as well be butt ass nigga because you can't see nothing. He can't see his dick. All you see is rows on top of rows, and he be literally on the stage, and everybody be going crazy. Nobody sitting here saying, "Hey, Big X the Plug, you should put your shirt on." He should, but nobody don't say it. Niggas don't sit here and tell you, nigga, Moneybagg Yo went and got surgery, got his little body done. You can't keep a shirt on that nigga now. Gunna the same way. But nobody won't. You never hear niggas come out their mouth and be like, oh, I wish Moneybagg Yo put his shirt on. Why Gunna always in the gym now? He's sitting here, he working out. No, nobody never says that. But you will sit here and crucify. Dog, y'all know listen to what I'm saying. And this is why, again, this is the difference between men and women. Y'all have seen the dramatic change. And I'm only even going off a Big 30 because this was his man. And he telling y'all that this nigga done went and got surgery done. But you have never heard nobody question how much work Moneybagg Yo was put in the gym. Y'all niggas can lie to yourself and say you ain't never looked at this nigga like, damn, this nigga in shape now. But I ain't never seen him post enough gym videos for me to be like, damn, how he get this type of fucking body? But you would do it with Meg all day long. Just think about how niggas and this is just completely rappers. I'm bringing it to the same exact field. Think about how niggas judge Meg and be like, oh, she ain't working out for real. But niggas never say that about Moneybagg Yo. And we give Gunna a pass because he went to jail, so you don't really know. Okay, cool. You seen a bunch of niggas go to jail and come out and look like Gunna. So you kind of leave that one on the table. But what about Moneybagg Yo? We just give him a complete pass. Now, a soul don't say nothing, but think about how hard niggas ready to go on Meg. And I'm not sitting here saying that's all on men, because women will dogpile on the women. If they see men sitting here saying it, you'll watch a lot of women jump and dogpile on them too. But it's still, that conversation is just, bro, that's nasty. I ain't gonna lie to you. Niggas put women in like they super judge women like crazy. And it's just be like, that to me kind of be like one of the most bafflingest things in the world. I kind of just don't get it. Let's just a little bit of laughs real quick.
It's a Tubi thing.
What y'all little niggas doing there?
Shut your fat head ass up, boy. I'm on your macaroni and cheese head ass, boy.
No, you right.
We rapping.
My bad, bro.
We rapping.
My
Yo,
bad,
big
bro.
lip head ass.
Yeah.
Bro, shut up.
Nah, he got it.
Big walnut head ass.
Yeah.
Macaroni cheese head ass.
Sorry, man.
Food stamp and cheese head ass, boy.
Yeah.
You eat all the food stamps out your mama fridge. On your big green head ass.
Damn.
Macaroni cheese head ass.
All right, little fella.
Damn. What you got on your head? Motherfucking raccoon.
Yeah.
Hey, your ass, that nigga be eating on your head, don't it?
All right, little man.
Nigga got cheese sticks on your shit.
All right,
All right, go. We rapping.
Yeah, is he done? You a bully, man.
Go.
What's wrong with you, little bro?
We rapping. Shut the fuck up, big burrito hot cheddar head ass, bro.
Damn.
Okay, go. I'm done playing. Gang, we rapping.
Little nigga hurt my feelings a little bit, huh?
I'm sorry, man.
It's a big Dorito bag head ass.
Hey, Mo. Yeah, that's Drewski. I'm not gonna no, you got, but sometimes you just got to get on TikTok just to find some of these stupid little things. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I do want to play this clip to make me absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna go Michael Jordan dad first. Now I just want to go to this real quick. I want to play this clip of this Ravens. So after the Ravens and Commanders game, and y'all, of course, y'all know I even question Marcus sometimes about how he just be going to some games in some of these cities. I be like, nigga, you crazy for even going to some of these jumps just randomly, especially in some of these cities where niggas really like to fight and really pop off. So after the Ravens and Commanders game, it was this big white dude. And the only reason why I want to play this other clip because they kind of got more in detail on who the guy was. This was on Hot 97. Where was this? I'm gonna leave this was Rosenberg because Rosenberg is from here and he a Redskin fan. He broke it down. Damn, why he ain't? Where that clip at? Oh, they must have deleted it. I thought I sent it to you. They must have deleted it. Anyway, so yeah, they must have deleted it. So anyway, it was a dude at the Ravens game, and I'm saying he was knocking niggas out. It was a big white dude, and he was just literally he knocked two Commanders fans out. And when I seen that video, the first thing that went to my mind is this is where I go to the gym because I felt like he just picked on two of the most fragile built dudes that he could find with a Redskin jersey on and send them night straight to bed. I'm not old though. When I'm talking about nigga, he knocked these two niggas clean out. And I didn't feel as bad because it's white on white crime. I really don't care. So I was cool. Like I wasn't up in arms. But of course, social media, they gonna be up in arms. He ended up losing his job, and then they end up finding out a bunch of other stuff that was wrong with him. Like they pulled up a lot of his
kicked out of 3 private schools.
Yeah, like 3 private schools, a whole bunch of other stuff. Damn, I can't believe
but his daddy paid.
Yeah, I can't believe they deleted that John. That's crazy. Like, why they took that John down? Yeah, his dad got a lot of money or whatever the case may be. So I wasn't like when they started to talk about it, I wasn't as surprised. But I still kind of wasn't surprised. I was just surprised that people actually cared that much. Like, I'm like, bro, it's like, why y'all look at his, like, these men though, like, that to me is a grown man. I just looked at it just like, you should, just to me personally, when I look, especially when you go to sporting events, because I have literally, we talked about this a million times on here, and I even asked you,
who you don't the first person who probably even looked at it wrong. Like, you got, because we've seen stuff like that happen plenty of times. So do you think like it's more so just like, I don't know, because like who will even report that or even just be like, damn,
it's just the same. But I think it's because it's the new times on social media though. I think that's just where we at. I think we are in the times of social media where people are so soft, where you kind of everybody don't be used to seeing stuff like that. So you kind of get to see it in HD, and you get to see his face, and he be like, "Yeah, I'm undefeated out here." And let's be clear, I'm not gonna lie. That nigga, compared to them two dudes, bro, he looked humongous compared to them. Like the nigga was tall, he had some size on him. Pause, no diddy. He put them two niggas to bed. Like it was like they were two dudes together. He literally, I'm talking about night KO'd them niggas. But again, that's to me looking at it, I kind of was just like, I felt like this shit happened at sporting events all the time. Like that to me, it didn't seem like something outrageous or something that I can't believe I've never seen before at a sporting event. I felt like that's just another day at a sporting event.
Yeah.
But people sit here and felt some type of way. They sent it to his job and wanted to get him fired, and they was complaining. But to me, I looked at it like, nigga, I'm a grown man. You should, as a grown man, you should want to put some grown man size on you. You should want to put enough size on you where another man look at you. Some men may get intimidated, and some men may think like, damn, if I pop off on this nigga, it's gonna be a long night, unless he just sweet.
But I think that's kind of the fucked up thing, because it was just like they was innocent. They wasn't doing. I get it. We going back and forth talking shit. Oh yeah, fuck your team. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that, but they was just walking down the street.
But listen to me what I'm saying. For me, in my brain think of this would happen normally at events. I don't never think of it as if y'all just talking shit to each other. I be feeling like which is kind of probably caught niggas off guard because the Ravens beat the Redskins, so it wasn't like your team lost and you did it. Your team won and you still did it. So obviously this dude just got a track record of being a dickhead, but I still look at it like I'm not one of them people that think it's just sweet that I'm just gonna go to every town and just be like. Like, think about how big of a deal we made about it when the New York niggas did it to the Philly niggas, and we was kind of like, damn, when the fuck Philly get this off? Did they let Knicks fans come to their game and just violate? So because realistically, it's some cities that you be like, nah, you can't pull that off in their city. And that's why it was a big deal when all the Knicks fans did it to the Sixers fans during the playoffs, because you normally like, nigga, Philly niggas be ready to fight. Sixers, Eagles, they be, but I was even surprised today watching the Eagles versus the Giants game, and that may just be a lot of Giants fans just really still bang with Saquon Barkley, because it was still a bunch of Giants fans in there with their old Saquon Barkley jerseys on, like they were still showing Saquon love. But some cities wouldn't care. Like niggas would boo him. But he was at the Giants game. It was a lot of Saquon Barkley jerseys in that stadium while that game was going on. But again, while we talking about certain men should be on their body frame, I want to play this clip. I probably should have played it earlier when we was talking about Alexis Sky. I do want to play this clip real quick of one of her friends. And I'm gonna just tell y'all again, this is another man who just need to worry about being a man, because I'm not getting beat up by a woman and another nigga, and not the way he got beat up.
It's a little story time, you guys. On Friday, I was walking into my apartment complex, and I wasn't even at the door, and my former best friend, Alexis Sky, walked in out of it. I'm going to just say out of it, and she had 2 other people with me, and she assaulted me. I tried to turn around and walk away. She punched me in my face, and then the other girl came in, punching me in the face, and then a guy came in. They were kicking me in my rib cage. I have a fractured rib. Knocked one of my veneers out. Sure. Knocked one of my teeth out, and it was just really, really bad. You guys, I'm scared. Like, she's been making threats against me. I can't go to my house. She's been doing a lot of personal attacks towards me and talking about me and my health and talking about me and just really doing a lot. But to physically attack me is uncalled for. You guys, I was attacked. I was hurt. And it really bothered me, you guys. I can't do this. So here's a little story time, you guys.
So, and listen to what I'm saying. This is my point of going back to just why I kind of tied it into the 2 stories. Because I'm going to tell you what's wrong with this gentleman. You too worried about trying to be a fucking woman. You out here being a fucking sissy instead of being a fucking man. It's no way in hell I'm getting beat up by 2 bitches and a nigga. And that nigga you're going to fracture my ribs and leave me with multiple black eyes, and you knock my tooth out. I would have knocked you 2 bitches out and sent y'all to hell, and me and that other nigga would have been going. We would have been in there death to us beyond. Like, it's not happening, dog. I would have beat the shit out of Alexis Scott and that other girl. You too busy trying to be a fucking fruit booty that you can't defend yourself from 2 women and a man. What the fuck are we talking about? I don't want to hear that shit, dog. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. See, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be out here looking like fucking Antonio Brown and that other stupid ass nigga. And if fucking Trump wasn't going against fucking Kamala, I mean, just y'all niggas be blowing me, dog. Because this be the shit where I be like, dog, we be needing the world to get to a whole different place. Because how do you think I'm supposed to feel? To explain to me how I'm supposed to feel sorry for a nigga who listen, did y'all hear how he explained the story? You got beat up by 2 bitches and a nigga. And I'm sure it wasn't even a thorough nigga, because ain't no nigga about to see him. Like, I'm not about to go beat up no goddamn fruit booty. Like, what are we talking about? So you got like, come on, dog. What the hell? Like, man, some shit just don't be making sense. Like, niggas is crazy, dog. Like, he real life really just like, and that's why I hate the shade room, because that shit got like 10,000 comments. And I'm sure some people, I don't know, because people said he was talking about the way she was parenting her kids. I guess I got a question for y'all though. What are y'all thoughts and how do y'all feel? Because I did just mention Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, and both of them did co-sign Donald Trump. They both went to a Trump rally. I believe it was in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna play the clip. Here go. Yes.
Donald Trump. He knows success, and he knows what it takes to make America great again. And to be real, we all have experienced highs and lows, especially me in my career as a Super Bowl champion and life as a father to 7 amazing children. Dang. I have experienced low points and have to overcome adversity. Just how I watched Donald Trump overcome adversity. No matter what the media threw at him, no matter what people say to try to bring him down, he continued to push forward and keep getting back up. And he's always ready for the fight.
So, okay, so that was Antonio Brown, and I believe Le'Veon Bell also went and supported him as well, and Bernard Hopkins. So my only question of it is, and I seen, because, like, of course, I think people posted, it was a video of him. He was working at a McDonald's. Let me see. I believe I got that clip as well. He was he in the McDonald's frying the I mean he in there working the fries and all that. But I guess I think he asked somebody a question too.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now versus
now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your resume?
I never worked here.
Why would she lie about something like that? Will be put on your resume.
I worked at McDonald's.
Why would she lie about that?
So my question for y'all is, do you judge these quote unquote black media platforms like the Shade Room or Neighborhood Talk for posting these videos of these people endorsing Donald Trump? Do y'all, or do you don't judge them in that capacity?
No. That's their job.
That's their job. What you mean? That's their job to what?
To post stuff like that. That's what they here for, right? To post the media and stuff.
So then when they what's the two rappers that came out with them the first time?
No, everybody has been posting them all the time, but I'm just asking y'all, do you think sometimes, I mean, of course, because I feel like, I mean, just look at Alexis Scott. Look how quick she sit here and went and apologized. So I think, I mean, realistically, we kind of all know.
It's still an attraction. I mean, it's still going to draw you to my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to not post it. Because I feel like you get the engagement.
No, I listen to what I'm saying. I get that. So, but what my question, what I'm asking y'all is, do you think that we should hold these quote unquote, air quotes, black platforms to the point where it's like, it's all, I mean, and it's kind of going to the conversation we have all the time. It's all clicks and likes really worth it? Because it's kind of just like, do you have to get this click? Because if you know 90% of your audience, and if you're just going by off the comments, how they feel about when you post these stuff, or how most of your comments get excited when you was posting the debates, or how you judge your pay, you see what happened. Like, I'm not sitting here saying like posting the debate clips from the debate, cool, but posting Antonio Brown, co-signing Donald Trump, is that really, should you have to post this? Can you not? Because the Shade Room can live. Let me not say the Shade Room, because I don't necessarily know. I didn't see it, even the Shade Room posted it. Let's just go to Neighborhood Talk, because the Neighborhood Talk posts all of this shit. And I do feel like the Neighborhood Talk kind of just like don't have the same kind of integrity as the Shade Room. So I don't want to keep saying the Shade Room. The Neighborhood Talk keeps posting it. So I'll kind of just be like, damn, if you know most of your audience is a black audience, and most of your black audience really ain't rocking with him, why you keep just like, you kind of giving him free promo at this point?
For the engagement. Because people won't come to your page. If they don't agree, they won't get in the comments, and they're going to go back and forth with whoever posted what.
Yeah, I would. If it's somebody personally that I know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this was running, if you was running that page, then I might, say something to you, but I feel like, I mean, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I don't know. Like, I hear y'all.
It's what it is. What it is. I mean, because like I said, I don't see no harm in it for real. Like, you just posting it.
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't know, dog. I hear you, and I agree with what you're saying, because I mean, but I just don't. Me personally, my conscience sometimes be like, all clicks ain't worth it. Like, all clicks, all engagement, really not worth it, because it kind of just
but you
makes.
Can't pick a side. You have to.
Why can't I? Because I'm not a real news outlet.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't just, because then you're gonna have people like, well, damn, why you only posting come out? You know what I'm saying?
Because my clackback would be, nigga, because I'm a black platform. Niggas, niggas that got in my comment section before and say, why you don't post Caitlin Clark? The same reason why I don't post no fucking white quarterbacks. There you go.
But see, that's the thing. It's just, I feel like with them being bigger you know what I'm saying? Like, they been that platform, I gotta post both the good and the bad. I can't just post one person.
Do you though?
Yeah, you can't just post. You can't just.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't just post. I'm only going to post. Harris. That's all.
Because you can't force your opinion or what you feel on somebody else. So you have to give everybody the floor to say how they feel.
And let's be honest, you might be a Trump supporter yourself. Just because you black don't make you not a Trump supporter.
No. I mean, obviously, we just played clips of niggas who was black, and they still. I mean, like I said, that's why I wanted to ask y'all opinion on what y'all thought about it. I'm not disagreeing with what y'all saying. I don't necessarily know what the right answer is, but it was just it was something that I thought of when I kept seeing him. I'm like, damn, are you kind of helping him? But y'all right. I don't necessarily. I mean, if you're trying to be neutral and you want to quote unquote be a real news site, then cool. But I kind of don't look at it as a real news site when you kind of just building your platform off of black stuff. You post 90% of the stuff you post is, I ain't gonna even say black stuff. 90% of the stuff you post is nigga stuff. It ain't even just you ain't posting a whole bunch of black excellence or whatever the case may be. You post a whole bunch of negative nigga shit. So it's kind of like, damn, if your normal stuff is like the gossip and all of this and the rap beef and all this baby mom and who baby, like how do you go there and now I'm gonna go super crazy with the politics? And if you're gonna go crazy with the politics, how do you lean more heavy on that? Ain't even what your audience is though. But I mean, like, y'all might be right though. Just kind of trying to keep it neutral and allow your audience to pick and choose for themselves and not just really get in bed with one candidate over the other one. I'm all right. I can kind of rock with that. I can't disagree with what y'all was saying. It was, this was a clip. I don't, for most people, I don't necessarily know if y'all seen it by now or you may have not paid attention. Sometimes you may keep scrolling. So it was a young man, and I believe he was somewhere in Florida, and he was walking around, but of course, y'all know the power was out or whatever the case may be. It was a young black man, a black teenager, and he was walking around in the neighborhood, and a bunch of white dudes started to harass him.
What's going on, buddy?
Nigga that brought a team out here.
Obviously, you got the whip here.
Community, so if you don't live here, you need to leave. If you live here, you're visiting a friend, that's fine. Just let us know because you get neighbors concerned since you're walking around my house. I'm not walking around. Hold on, Steve. You've been past my house 4 times. I don't know you. I've never seen you before, and you're walking past my house over and over again. So if you live here or you have a friend you're visiting here, that's fine. I'm not in front of your house. You're actually following me.
You went up the wrong way. We're just asking a question. You live out here?
I'm a part of the neighborhood.
You're part of the neighborhood? Does that mean you live here? It's simple.
Like, bro, what?
I'm asking a question. You live here?
So, okay, I mean, how many of these men got fired? I believe, hold on, update on this man who was harassed by the neighborhoods have been fired. So, yeah, the one dude with the blue shirt on with the white hat, he was fired. And I believe another one of those gentlemen were also fired. And they're looking into taking up charges on one of the dudes who went to the car. I believe he looked like he was going to get a gun or something. But, you know, my only thing about, especially if you live down south, I guess I would ask y'all as parents, how would you kind of prompt your kids to be aware that, I mean, this dude kind of look a little bit older. I said teenager, but if we saying teen, he looked maybe 19, closer to 20. And just my thought pattern, I always, when I see these videos, I'm like, damn, why y'all don't never do this to the young niggas who running around with the shiesties or the Kodak black looking niggas in Florida? But I mean, obviously those type of dudes probably don't never be in these type of neighborhoods. But I feel like if you know where you at in the South, because we talked about that when we came from vacation, and that was the same time we was in Florida and shit, and Trump got his ear shot. Like, nigga, in my thought pattern, like, what the hell? We gotta, like, nigga, I'm in Florida. You kind of got to be on your P's and Q's. I'm glad nothing bad happened to him because I'm in Florida. So you kind of, and you in Florida on vacation, you had to get on a plane. But if I lived in Florida, it's an open gun zone. I wouldn't be playing around or just walking. I don't necessarily know what part of Florida I would just be walking around bare ass without no gun if I lived in a open carry state like that, because he's just walking around and it's just like, me personally, I maybe think all the time, just what's the worst thing could happen in this scenario. So it's kind of just like I don't know how, I mean, from the way these dudes are talking, they making it seem like he just walking back and forth in the neighborhood. And if this is an all white neighborhood, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. You a black dude. All of these niggas got t-shirts on, you got a fucking hoodie on. So it's kind of like you going to look suspicious. But if you're going to look suspicious, you got to kind of be able to handle business too. I'm not about to let 4 niggas just press me. I don't care, white, black, or whatever the case may be. You're not going to be over my shoulder pressing me like, hey, where you going, boy, or this, that, and the third. Especially if I'm in Florida, this is an open carry and this is a stand your ground law. I'm going to let this motherfucker blow on all 4 of you niggas. Y'all going to get back in your car and you can go figure it out later. Because that was just like, they was like, I'm watching this like, damn, I'm looking like, when you're watching this, I'm almost watching it like a scary movie. Like, damn, what's about to happen? Is he gonna get out of here alive? Because when you see this video going viral, like I felt like I seen it on Twitter and it already had like 5 million views. So I'm kind of wondering like, damn, how this about to end? But I'm just like, they just on his shoulder, on his back, just pressing him. I mean, he kept his composure, but sometimes I be just wanting a black nigga just one time to just wear these niggas out, like just come up out of the hoodie, cow, and just make these niggas like, you got your wife in the car, she pressing me, the little kid hanging out the car, like, nah, I kind of want to pipe up on you niggas. Like just one time, I wish a black nigga would just be like, fuck all this, cow, fuck you and all them kids. Like turn this shit up for real. It's election time anyway. Get him a fucking better headline to talk about. Like that shit, that's all I kept thinking about. Like, dog, these niggas is just pressing you, and you just, that shit was annoying. I mean, he handled himself like a gentleman. They still lost their job, but I personally watching this, I've kind of maybe just watched too. I just would have preferred for him to just black out and just start clapping at these niggas. So that shit was annoying to me. Like they just, hey, where you at, buddy? You live in this neighborhood? And he kept his composure. I don't necessarily know if I could, especially if I'm living in Florida. No.
But they know who to do it to. They know who to play that game with.
So the crazy thing is, do you think white people know how to stereotype black people?
Yes. Absolutely.
No, y'all get what I'm saying. Like they know like what kind of black people they can play with and which ones they can't. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if y'all thought if they knew how to that type of stereotype. I didn't know that.
Why wouldn't you? Like we do.
Yeah, no, of course we do.
So they do.
I feel like we do because we live in it, so it's kind of just like
It's the look of it, though. It's the look of it. Like they know who to play with and who not to play with. They know where to go to pull that shit off and where not to go. They know how to do that.
Because you would do it if looking at a white man, right? Which white man not to fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like
no, you're right. You listen to what I'm saying. You're absolutely right. And I do it when, and y'all know I'm a people's watching. I talk about this shit when I come in here from the gym. You kind of just get when you are actually looking at people. You get to look at some of those things and kind of be like, all right, some of these niggas look like they could be like some MMA fighter niggas, and you really don't want kind of like, it's gonna be a long day for you. Like, nigga, your hands really better know how to work, or you gotta have some real strength to be able to tussle with some of them big white boys. And then there's some of them that look like, all right, these niggas fragile shit. And real quick, while we talking about this, pause, no Diddy. I'm not gonna lie, this shit felt gay, and this was like I was in the gym today, and I swear to God, it was this old ass white man. This nigga was walking around the gym for at least an hour, butt ass naked, dog. And this nigga dick was so small you couldn't even see it, dog. And I'm like, dog, I felt like
locker room?
Yes, in the crazy. Listen to what I'm saying. So when I came into the gym, I went and did cardio, got in the sauna. So I did cardio for an hour, got in the sauna for like 10 minutes. All right, cool. Bet I'm about to change. I'm about to go lift weights now. So leaving out of the sauna, he was walking out. He walking in he walking out of the bathroom butt naked. I'm like, all right, cool. He about to go take a shower. So literally, I'm out on the floor lifting weights for another hour. I've been drinking water. Now I gotta go back and piss. An hour has passed. This old white man still just walking around the locker room butt ass naked. I'm like, bro, this nigga ain't got no towel, no nothing. It's just some flip flops, and this nigga I'm talking about ass naked, strip noodle. Like, this nigga didn't have a can in the world, and he old, so he moving slow as shit, just butt ass naked. I'm like, bro, this got to be some type of form of sexual harassment, because like, dog, you've been ass naked for an hour, dog. It ain't like you ain't got no towel, no washcloth, no soap, or nothing in your hand. So you just real live, just in this locker room, gliding ass naked from just like, come, what the fuck are we doing, dog? Where your clothes at? And then you can't say nothing because he an old ass man, but he butt ball naked. So what you gonna say? Hey, nigga, put on some clothes. Like, it's the locker room. But it just be like, dog, that felt like sexual harassment. I ain't gonna hold you. Just okay. Other news, real quick. One of those again. While I guess in my pause, no Diddy moments. Safari and Erica Mena, please take us out of the group chat. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this was another one of those moments where I kind of had to check myself and feel like, and this is why I don't never really want to talk about the relationship shit or nothing, because I just don't feel like I haven't put down enough good enough type of sex in the bedroom, because I have never had no woman do no crazy shit like that Erica Mena shit.
It don't have to be sex. Like, it's not always sex.
What makes somebody do something? So for people who don't know, just a little bit of backstory. Safari uploaded video footage from his house, 2 different videos. One of Erica Mena, and the first jump in the house, kind of like I seen it. I was like, all right, bro, this not that big of a deal. She just slammed the door. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy because it didn't have no audio. So maybe if it had audio, it might have been a little bit more spicy. So that first video, it didn't really do nothing to me. And she kind of spent it and was like trying to go back and forth. And then what really did it for me was the video of her climbing the fence. And that's what made me be like, damn, man, I need to get crazy. Yeah, but that level of crazy made me just be like, damn, maybe my sex is just trash because I haven't never experienced this level of crazy. And the fucked up thing that really fucked me up is I had some bitches in my comment section that I fucked before get in the comment section and say, oh, I've been that crazy before. I'm like, damn, bitch, you ain't never wasn't that crazy for me. So that make me question, like, maybe you just ain't whatever you thought you was, nigga. You not him for real. Because Safari got this bitch climbing the goddamn fence. And when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, all right, shout out to Safari. Erica Mena is a nut job, and niggas don't like. And to me, when somebody has already displayed this level of crazy and you still pursued her, that just let me know how fire the box really got to be. Because, nigga, we seen that she was this crazy when she was dealing. This is why Bow Wow didn't want to marry. I don't know for how many of y'all remember. I don't even remember what show that was or what network that was. What was it on?
106 and Park.
He was going to marry her on 106 and Park?
No, that's when they was dating, right? When both of them was hosting 106 and Park.
Oh, she used to host 106 and Park before?
Yeah, I want to say I think that was around that time when
I
he was
don't think she hosted it. He was hosting it, but I mean,
she was on there.
So what? But they had a show where they was supposed to be getting married, like on a reality show. So what? That was on BET, or was that?
It could have been like a Love and Hip Hop type thing.
Yeah, I can't remember, but still, for people who seen that, the reason why Bow Wow tapped out because Erica Mena was a little too crazy and too aggressive for Bow Wow, and that's why. But they went to it like she was trying on wedding dresses and all that. Like they got that far into the stage of about to get married with each other. So you seen it on that one, and then if you seen her on Love and Hip Hop, so like her and the Sin Santana thing never was that crazy. But when she was dating whatever the Terror Squad niggas or whatever, when she was dating the other Puerto Rican niggas, she was that level of crazy with them niggas. Like I think did she fuck with I know she fucked with one of the Terror Squad niggas, but I felt like it was another. It felt like it was like a love triangle. It was like two other niggas that was arguing over her, and she was crazy then. And then it kind of still just like even with the DJ Envy shit, like some days like DJ Envy could say the wrong thing on the radio and then she black out. For people who don't do your own homework, because I like DJ Envy, so I'm not gonna bring up that shit. You do your own homework on why DJ Envy and Erica Mena know each other. But anytime he just said, because sometimes he just said little slick shit out of his mouth, or he bringing back that story and Erica Mena black out on him on the internet or whatever case may be. So she has shown you different levels of crazy multiple times. Like this ain't somebody where you can kind of be like, oh, I ain't know she was crazy. Erica Mena, every level of shit she has showed you, I ain't got it all upstairs. And then when I seen her climb over a nigga fence, like, and she literally like, I was like, yeah, dog, she ain't got it all up there.
But you don't know why you don't know why she climbed. Maybe he wouldn't give her the kids. You don't know why she ain't, because it was no audio.
Yeah, it was no audio, but then even kind of just like, I guess, let me see if because I think both of them had a little bit of audio after that. Like it was no audio to that, but I felt like he said, here, let me play this.
Woman text a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay. Me and you are still, having a relation, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what? My mother and my sister are the most least problematic people on earth. And it's like, that's the type of nonsense I have to deal with. I cannot ever pick up my kids in peace. Everything is just long and years. I don't say nothing. It's just so draining. Like everything about it. Like her own family is going after her for child support because she doesn't do anything to help her son. So then to try to make it seem like I'm some deadbeat and I'm not trying to be there for my kids, I would love to be there for my kids, but it would be nice for you to get out the way. This woman text a naked.
So yeah, real. So I mean, and I guess, but that kind of, and it was a video. I thought I was playing that one, but it was a video of him basically saying beforehand where he was trying to sit here and say the red flag should have been for me is because you never had your oldest son. And that's why, again, when I'm saying her box got to be crazy, because realistically, to a man, that to me, honestly, should be a red flag, because you're absolutely right. She didn't take care of her oldest son. And I wish, realistically, if I was really thinking at the time, we could have kind of tied that in to the Fat Joe joke right earlier, because she is the example of the woman who kind of like, she ain't taking care of the kid.
But how do you know that?
Because every time she get in an argument with somebody, they always throw that in her face. Think about it when her and the girl, when she called her the monkey. That's what started that conversation, because she don't take care of her oldest son. Anytime, and that's what kind of, and it triggered her, because that is, and I mean, obviously, of course, if somebody called you out on some shit that is personal to you. Now, we all don't know the backstory on why she don't, but she don't. That was one. I wish I thought I sent that clip, but it was a clip. But that's what he was saying. He was like, "Dog, that should have been a red flag," but I didn't allow that to be a red flag. And that's still on his fault. You got to take some type of responsibilities for that, because you don't take care. If you saying this girl didn't take care of her oldest kid, why would you sit here and want to procreate not one but two more kids with her?
But she's taking care of the other two. So what's the issue? Like I've seen, like I watched when they was on Love and Hip Hop, and I'm not gonna say it's sex related. Like he just seems like the type that like to play with you and gaslight you and make it seem like. So I could see that, because he tried to get on here and play victim. We don't know the full story,
of course,
but like you're not the victim like the entire time.
Yeah, I get that part, but then it's just like you still see your reputation. You still see what you keep putting in front. You keep putting the same product out. That's what I'm looking at. Her, she is.
What you mean?
Like the way she's acting, the stuff that she does, it's still the same.
But it's cool. It was cool when you met her. Now it's a problem. So don't come on here
But it's
crying
all-
about it now.
Okay, but
You should have walked off in the beginning.
but okay, but that's what's the difference between you dealing with a man, right? You seen, okay, well, he is that, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
She
not
probably
posting
said
it.
this ain't, but she
I'm
probably
not,
felt
so
it.
don't post it.
But what made you that you can put it on both hands, because it's like, what made you deal with Safari? You seen how Safari was beforehand.
But no,
what
he didn't have no.
Yeah, he don't have no kids. So what was
But
you
that's
the
what I'm-
judge off?
And he was really,
he was
pursuing
corny,
her
right?
hard.
I mean,
I don't think that she's irritated about the corny part. It's something else. It's something outside of whatever she's irritated with. He didn't have no kids, so she couldn't base it off, well, you don't take care of your other kids, because he didn't have no kids.
So yeah, so a little bit of backstory, because a girl did DM me and say some of that in the backstory. She was like, I guess that was one of Erica Mena things, where she was like, he was pursuing her for like 3 years.
They had a show, like a Halloween show, with all the reality stars. He was pursuing her hard for a long time. So like it maybe it wasn't no red flags for her, but it was a red flag for you, because like you said, you seen how she's been acting, but you still chose to deal with it.
Dude, so I got a question, because for the 3 years part, have y'all ever pursued somebody? It don't have to necessarily be for 3, because I feel like 3 years is like ridiculous. And then I would, because I think the longer you pursue somebody, your expectations go higher, and that kind of opens up the door for disappointment way sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever pursued anybody for over a year? Do you think that's just a nigga thing?
No, I don't think no. I think it goes both ways. I mean, you could probably pursue somebody, but yeah, it goes both ways. It can go both ways. They might not know you pursuing them, but like for a female,
yeah, that's my only thing. It's just like when you say a pursue, like I'm just me just flirting with you, just saying hi, wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for you to actually give me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know what the definition is of them two pursuing each other too. But a girl DM me. I thought you made that video. A girl DM me, and she said that was the first thing she said. Man, but you don't know what he did, because he was pursuing this girl for 3 years, and that was the first thing.
He was going hard with it. He wasn't like.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. See,
he was going hard, like pursuing her, even when she was in other relationships. He was still trying to get with her.
And that's pursuing. That's what I look at as like somebody pursuing you or chasing you, trying to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going out my way to. I'm sending you flowers, doing all this. Now, if I'm just flirting with you for, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's pursuing them. I just think you just wait.
Yeah, but I wonder who do that hold the more of a letdown on too, though, because it's like, damn, you pursue somebody for 3 years. It's just like, bro, that's a lot. I get it. Like, I get what you're saying, Marcus. Like you saying, like, yeah, maybe just some flirting shit on social media, cool, because you're not really counting that shit. You just flirting and just throwing out bait, hoping one day she might bite, and then one day she may. And she may just bite one day, and it may just only be a one night stand. But for you to sit here and chase somebody for kind of like for 3 years, and then it to blow up the way it is on social media. And then let's be clear, I do think both of them are social media whores, where they seek for the attention. They know how to capitalize and monetize off of attention. So can they be throwing a lot of this up in the air? Because even just him uploading the videos with no sound is like,
what was your purpose?
Yeah, what's your purpose in it? Why not put the sound? Because I feel like the sound is what's going to either sell this story.
Because
one way or the other, because it's kind of like with no sound, it don't really like.
When did she put that calendar up?
Oh yeah, that calendar was crazy. She uploaded the calendar. For people don't know, we talking after he uploaded the videos. So she uploaded the calendar after. So when people don't know, we talking about the calendar. The calendar showed that Safari has only seen his kids 16 times out of this whole calendar year, and it's basically damn near only 2 months left in the year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I can't even respect him sitting here trying to blame it on her, whatever. Like, if you really want to have
but he did say you making it hard for me to see my kids too.
No, you're not. But you go to court. Exactly.
No, you go to court. You go to court. But
you can't feel sorry. But you knew what you were dealing with before you even got in bed with her. So we're not going to feel sorry for you now. Take her ass to court. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Take her to court. The courts will make you do what you're supposed to do.
Or you're going to go to jail.
You probably still trying to get in there and stay good with her, and you still saying shit to her, and then you're bringing the shit on yourself. I almost guarantee he's the type. He seems like the type. So who feels sorry for you? And if you really gave a shit about her or your children, why post that? Because they can come and take the kids away for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you should have just addressed it in court. Why put it out to everybody?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. I don't feel sorry for him, because if you even that trying to use that excuse and blame it on her, yeah, you can take it to court. And I will respect you trying to use that as an excuse if you didn't have no money. You got money though, nigga. You on TV, you get paid to be on TV. You got enough money to sit here and file the papers and go through the proper procedures and get the court documents done up, whatever the case may be. Put yourself on child support. Do whatever you got to do if you actually want to be in your child's life. So I don't feel sorry for him at all. I do feel like that's just a bullshit excuse. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, that me watching that video of her climbing that fence, it kind of just like, damn.
But you post that because, like I said, we don't know the story. Maybe he said you can't have your kids. No, you're not getting them. I'm gonna get my kids by any means necessary. So like we don't know the story behind it.
Yeah, we don't. I want to play this one because this one, people are 50-50 on this video. So I'm about to play this video of a police officer was doing a wellness check on this woman. I guess it was a mental illness wellness check. And it ended up going extremely left because he ended up taking her life. But I want to play it so you can hear the audio of it and you can kind of just see what side you lean on after hearing it. I mean, watching it probably need to, but just to kind of listen to the audio a little bit.
A Fairfax County police officer was attacked before he shot and killed a woman in Reston. Kenneth Bowden's in the newsroom with the details on the case. Kenneth?
Jim, we must warn you, it's a stunning and disturbing encounter. Officer Peter Liu was responding to the home of 33-year-old Sydney Wilson last month. Her doctors had expressed concerns about her mental health, and then this happened. The woman initially opening the door, but then she slammed it in the officer's face. You can even see a slight smile there. This happened at her apartment on Sunrise Valley Drive. Then 10 minutes later, Wilson came out swinging, armed with a knife. The video shows Officer Liu retreating, backing down the hallway. When Wilson moves toward him, she swiped at the officer again with that knife before he fired 3 shots at her.
He did the things that we train him and expect him to do. If you're threatened like that, if you can tactically reposition yourself, do it. If you can use distance, use it. If you can seek cover and concealment, seek it. All those options just weren't available to him, and he was being simultaneously attacked.
And the officer was also bleeding from his forehead as he called for backup. Another officer performed CPR on Wilson before she was rushed to the hospital and later pronounced dead. This was the first officer-involved shooting in Fairfax County in over a year. Officer Liu is training for crisis intervention, and the chief says their team with a crisis intervention specialist who handles matters like this one was working on a different call at the time. But even if they were there, he believes the situation could have been much worse.
The moments of
I thought this was the one with the actual sound on it where you can hear her talking and then hear him shooting at her. But anyway, just kind of leading up to it, he kept asking her like, "Hey, put the knife down, stop." Like he begged her. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, huh?
He did everything. Two different situations, and you can compare this and like the one when the guy shot the girl in
with the water.
Water.
Yeah, completely.
Those are two. Both of those situations, the way he did, how he carried it, and how he carried it was the right way to carry it. He was trying to calm down, stop. She kept coming at him. So
of course. And I seen a lot of people. I seen a lot of people. That's why I say a lot of people was in the comments and they was 50-50 with it. A lot of people like, because I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I don't have no pushback on what you were saying because it was like, what else could he realistically do? People was like, oh, she could have got a taser. Like, bro, she was cutting this man. Like he was begging her to stop. Like he gave her multiple times. Like she cut him probably.
Because she could have went and actually stabbed him in his face. You know what I'm saying?
Anything because the way the adrenaline, the way she, because the thing about it, he shot her and she still was coming. That's why he shot her 3 times. She didn't stop or drop or run back after he shot her the first time. Nigga, she kept coming towards him even after the first shot, and that's why he ended up shooting her 3 times. That's why I say like that video is like I kind of didn't understand how people was trying to be on the fence, and I'm just like I get it, I understand like oh he's a white police officer, a black woman. Yeah, I'm not like some shit you got to.
How would you? If somebody's coming at you with a weapon, your first thing is, oh, let me grab my taser.
No, people were trying to say he could have just ran away, like, huh? Like that, like let's be serious, though. He's a fucking police officer.
That shit was small as hell too. Like how the hell he?
Yeah, I'm not mad at him the way he took care of it. Rest in peace to that lady, but I ain't mad at the way he handled himself on that one.
He knew what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations. When you don't meet my expectations, I move the hell on.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
I don't think
husband, he knew what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations.
Dog, I swear to God, I love the internet, bro. The internet, this is
I thought that was big dude.
No, that was him, but they just somebody they
stopped
clipped. This was an old video, so they clipped it up on social media. So it wasn't him. I don't even think he might have resurfaced it and reposted it again himself because he ain't even go crazy with the guns and wild out on her. So he might have reposted it. I don't even let me see if did they tag him. Damn, where the fuck did I just find it? Oh, I just sent it. Yeah, I don't think they reposted it or resent it to him. So I don't think he even posted it himself. This was already going viral on TikTok. On Twitter. Shit started to go viral on Twitter. Then all the little blogs and stuff will start picking it up. I don't even know the name of his junk. What is it, like Ugly Song? He ain't even reposted himself. Nope.
That's wild shit to say.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't repost that junk. That's crazy. I don't know why he did.
Husband, he knew what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations. When you don't meet my expectations, I move the hell on.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
I don't think that any man predicts or plans to have a financial struggle.
They make a way.
His job laid him off. What?
I mean, I don't care what he did, but he should have made a way. I shouldn't have had to.
You should make a way to the bus station. Greyhound, Metro, any chartered bus line, and head to the apartment complex. Whatever happened to love? Whatever happened to us building, us growing, us being something together? Whatever happened to have and to hold in sickness and in health? You took those vows. How can something like a piece of paper with dye on it, colored green, can make you change your vows unto God?
I'm saying it's a good life without that piece of paper, so let's not downplay it.
By the powers invested in me, I betrothed this woman. Recreational use only.
Money, money, mansion, masquerade, and lingerie party. Saturday, November 2nd.
Hey, Mo, this nigga said, I vow to use this woman for recreation purposes only is fucking insane, though. That's why he is number 2. Is the red balloon popping shit for me, and this nigga is a strong number 2 on relationship shit that just absolutely give me a giggle every time I sit here and get on social media. I need to watch them Jones. Like him and that balloon shit, I can literally watch them Jones all day long. Wait, I felt like it was a video of I just want to randomly play this joke because they just went so crazy, though. Oh, he smoked this nigga.
We slide, spray a painting out the van. Go. My young boy Steph really carry a 30. That ain't a damn joke. Been shooting so long for the team, his hand broke. You'll get shot in time for Channel 9 News. They say the killers use the vehicle the soccer moms use. It get tragic then. I say the killers use the vehicle the soccer moms use. It get tragic then. Drum roll, rapid spin, devil child, half the sin, slide doors, bitch kick and scream out the van, sex trafficking.
Sue Surf. Oh man. Oh damn. Let me see what else. It's because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This was definitely one of those slow news week. I didn't talk about Tyra Banks real quick. Tyra Banks. So Tyra Banks, of course, I should have. We was kind of all over the place when we was talking about the Angel Reese thing. But of course, Tyra Banks did bring back her Victoria's Secret fashion show, and she came out and she walked, and she of course she has gained a lot of weight. But Tyra Banks is 50+ years. But of course, the internet is gonna always do what the internet does. So people was dragging her to hell, and they resurfaced the old clips of Tyra Banks when she was on what is that? What's the name of that show? America's Next Top Model. And people were sitting here saying, "Oh, you was dragging these people and villainizing them, whatever the case may be, and telling them they needed to lose weight or whatever the case may be." She's 50. What the fuck do y'all expect? I don't necessarily know why people act like, dog, you're 50-something years old. I don't know why y'all think that this woman is never supposed to gain weight. She's not. One, she don't try to model no more. So it's like she literally just trying to bring back the Victoria's Secret thing. Let's be clear, it's been quiet for Victoria's Secret for a minute because of the Fenty Savage thing. And again, so it's just like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, the internet gonna always be the internet. I do want to play this clip of this dude. He rented a. I'm talking about he's renting out a mansion, and dog, this mansion got rats on it. So I want to play this clip, and I do always kind of sometimes recommend, like, this is one of them times I tell niggas you can't be scared to go back to jail because this was disrespectful, dog.
Bro, you know what I mean? I want you to look at this house. I want you to see how big this house is.
Listen to how much he said he paid for this house, though.
And it's really fucking with me, bro, because I try my best to provide for my family, bro. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit, right? Nigga, I'm a real nigga from the hood, you feel me? Nigga, my credit ain't the best, you feel me, nigga? I start making videos, I ran that shit up, and I'm trying to provide for my family. So yeah, nigga, we trying to rent until we buy a house. And this is what I'm presented with, right? The first day we move in, right? Nigga, the first day we move in, right? We see some shit. And it fucked me up. Look at this shit, bro. And it fucked me up, right? And we tell the nigga like, yo, we need our money back, right? And the motherfucker like, nah, you can't get your money back. Now, I'll be wrong if I revert to my old ways and I see about the nigga. You dig what I'm saying? This is the whole point of this. When I walk out of my house that I pay $13,500 a month for,
You seen all them rats?
I didn't see the rat. Is that shit?
I want you to look at this house.
No, it's rats. It's just it's literally a
To my old way.
It was literally a bunch of rats just right there, like literally just laying there like a family full of rats. But he paid $13,000 a month. Dog, I don't give it's no nigga. I would have crashed out and would have went back to jail immediately. There's no way in hell I'm paying $13,000 a month to live somewhere with all of them. No, I'm nigga. It was like a fleet of rats right there outside of his door. There's no way in hell. And one, I'm not gonna sit here and like, yeah, you got finesse. And the nigga probably finessed you because he know you ain't got no credit, so you can't go nowhere else. So it's kind of like, what you gonna do about it? I don't like, nigga, what? I'm gonna tell you something. As a man or a woman, two things can't be certain. Both our credit can't be fucked up. I can't have cash and you have fucked up credit. If I got the cash, your credit can't be fucked up. I don't give a fuck. As a man, if you want you a nigga, I don't care how bad that bitch is. I'm not fucking with no bad bitch with fucked up credit and my credit fucked up. Like, those two things just don't go hand in hand, especially if you got money. Like, if you got cash and you know your credit is cheeks, nigga, and you want a better lifestyle, guess what you better do? Be a smarter businessman. I'm not laying in a bed with no bitch with some fucked up credit and my shit, because guess what you are? You ain't nothing but a fucking liability now. You can't help me even advance just a little bit. That's what we got to do. That I'm renting something for $13,000 a fucking month. I don't even know who this nigga is. Not saying obviously he got it, because if he already gave a down deposit on it, but still, to the point is, I'm not laying in no bed with no bitch, and that's what we got to do, because guess what? She can't help you at all. You got the bread, because I'm going off of this video and the way you expressing yourself. You basically sitting here saying you sitting here funding for your family, and I hear a kid in the background like, nah, dog, you are already fucked up. You can be mad at the nigga you renting from, but you need to be also mad at yourself for laying up in the bed with a bitch who don't got no type of credit. That's nuts. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, and that's when niggas be thinking too much with their dick, and you are absolutely out of pocket. Like I said, let me just play this DL Hughley Jones. I told you that's a slow news week.
Right, man. Oh my God, man.
Damn. Like he
started there.
He went from a private jet to a bike. I'm not
in Miami, no, for real.
From a private jet to a bike.
He was riding that bike. That's true.
Then, you know, hey, man, I haven't trusted Puffy since he came up with Peach Ciroc. And I was like, any nigga that come up with peaches and vodka.
Oh, man.
But
suspect.
Remember the district attorney, the prosecutor with the evidence of the AK-47 with the serial number scratched out.
Yeah, man. How do you have that still?
1,000 bottles of baby. Nick Cannon got 900 kids and he ain't got 1,000 bottles of baby.
Hey, man, and I tell the neighborhood, I'm like, man, just with patterns of growing up, like we were homeless. We lived in a motel at one point. And they used to give you these pink soaps.
Yeah.
So if you go to my crib, I have a lot of soaps. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of toothpaste. But man,
listen,
I told him even Johnson & Johnson don't have 1,000
Nobody has
bottles
that.
of bottle.
Best Buy, I mean,
baby oil.
Walmart's like we ain't got that.
Yeah, and you see how Costco did them.
Yeah.
Costco was like, we don't stock it.
Between you, Nick, and Elon Musk, we ain't got no baby oil.
Yeah, man.
Then the KYJ, but the 800 dildos, like I want to know who is the dildo wrangler.
They found 800. Hold on.
I never heard about
that. They found 800.
Yes, they say 800 dildos.
No, bro.
Like, yeah, and all the women. No wonder my dildos on back order. I have to mess with the rolls now.
Yeah. Hey man, that's when you look at Amazon. When you like Amazon 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Somebody on Amazon
the next day.
Yeah, what is this, the new iPhone?
Yeah.
Some seller on Amazon made a lot of money.
Yeah. I gotta wait till November 6th through the 11th.
They got big.
Have any of y'all started watching the Kevin Hart joint on what's that? What is that? Peacock? What is that called? Fight Night?
I saw a little bit, like maybe the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's a cool watch. I'm not about to make it like I'm locked in yet. It was cool though. For the first 2 episodes, it was cool, and they do have a lot of big name actresses on it. Only thing I guess I would question, because I feel like it started off like the first week, the promo was super heavy, and that's when I kind of wonder, should they have had maybe a fewer younger people in the cast? And the reason why I say that, because I feel like the younger people kind of help it stay fresh on social media. Because it's like, maybe if you would have had somebody like maybe a Desi Banks, like somebody that's just kind of like a little bit more on social media on a day-to-day, where like our everyday thing, they kind of can keep it in your face. Because I feel like that cast is so old. I feel like they probably feel like, hey, I posted once and then I ain't about to keep posting it again, or I may have posted it the first week it came out, but then it kind of just like, you may forget about it.
Yeah, but I think you let your people do that. I think because that's more of a big because you see them doing the game like that. The ads come on during the game, so I don't think it's more so I don't think you have to rely on like social media.
What you mean? Why not?
Because I think they using more of advertisements on TV.
You saying like on actual TV?
Yeah, that's what probably their focus is.
I don't know, because
Kevin Hart didn't even post it like that, really.
I mean, he did at first. I mean, before the first week it came out, he did his runs. He went to the Breakfast Club and all that stuff. But then it was kind of just like I said. That's why I'm saying he kind of just it kind of went out the window after that, though. Like that's my only point. That's what I'm saying. Like younger people, if you had a younger cast, even just because, like you said, Kevin Hart, he did his run. He did the Breakfast Club. He might have only just did the Breakfast Club. I don't know if he did anything else. But my thing is, if you had younger people on it, you can send the younger person on the cast, like, hey, you go do the press run. Like, even for like Bel Air, like, all right, we got Coco Jones. She can go do a press run. You got the little nigga playing Will Smith. He can go do a press run. Like, you kind of got multiple people that can kind of just get their shit off. I ain't gonna lie to you, Coco Jones, I don't like what you did, because I felt like you used Bel Air and got popping, and then you kind of really don't be. She stopped promoting Bel Air, because I follow. She the only person from the show I follow, and she never even posts nothing about Bel Air no more. She then became Coco Jones now.
Yeah, she's an artist first.
Yeah, but I mean, I could be speaking out of turn, but I feel like a lot of people got familiar with her through the Bel Air show.
No. Her music speak more for her.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not knocking her music, but I'm saying a lot of people got familiar from her through Bel Air, not her music. I'm not saying her music followed. She had the music to carry her career, but I'm saying the introduction was the same way when we were just talking about Kim Kardashian and them. The introduction to her for the majority of America was through Bel Air.
But how long can I hold on to you? Like I did it at the beginning. Now I'm still my career is still going. I can't.
But listen to her. All I'm just sitting here saying is, because I follow her from the show. Before she got super big with the music, she was posting clips from the show a lot, and now I feel like because her music career is bigger than the show, now you don't post the clips from the show no more.
Right. So I think my time, like I did what I had to do to get it.
Nah, that's corny, though. I ain't a fan of that. Huh? I'm not a fan of that. That to me is corny. Like if this is what got you lit, still just post it. I ain't sitting here saying you got to promote, like you got to go do press run for it, but you can still on your social media page still post clips of Bel Air. That's still kind of like, I don't know if you kind of don't want it to be a season 4, but maybe that's why you're not helping promote it. But to me, it would just still be like, damn, like post this shit so niggas can even know that the show's still on.
How important is her character in the
Nigga, she one of the main characters. What you mean? She Hillary.
Okay.
She Hillary.
All right. I didn't know if she was the main. I didn't.
Yeah, she a main character. She
Okay.
like niggas only. I mean, what is 7 main characters on the show? Is the main 5 people that lived in the house: Jeffrey, Will, fucking Carlton, Ashley, Aunt Phil, and Uncle Viv, and Aunt Viv, and then they all got their own little boyfriends and girlfriends out. Like they kind of become main characters as well. But still, I just think she just, to me personally, I felt like she could. But I get it. I mean, your music career popped off, but I just personally would have preferred her to can still at least just post the show. Sometimes, like, I'd be forgetting that she was even on. Like, if I wasn't watching this show and I was just following her on social media, I would have never known that the show came back on. That's all I'm saying. And that to me is corny because that's how I got familiar with you. Like, don't sit here and just completely act like that. Like that, nigga, that's how I became a fan of yours because of Bel Air. Don't completely just be like, fuck this show now because your music career lit. Like, that's fucked up. And just another dude that I kind of like on TikTok. This nigga's hilarious. Calvin.
What? I'm dead serious.
What happened?
He do
What are you talking about?
This nigga funny as shit.
If you want me to be a stepdaddy, just say that.
No.
Huh? You want me to be a stepdaddy?
You can.
You want a stepdaddy?
So you just had a birthday.
How much money you get?
I don't know, like $5.
That's all.
He got 15 on more bucks.
All right, come on. I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you. That's what stepdaddies do. Matter of fact, come on. I'm gonna do stepdaddy on 3. Stepdaddy on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bro, hold a time up.
What?
If y'all was this nigga, if y'all was her baby father, how would y'all feel that you seen your baby mother do this with your kids on fucking social media?
Wouldn't give 2 shits.
What? Oh, nigga, I would be
for a
pissed.
reason.
Nah, fuck that. Nigga, I would be pissed. You fucking crazy. Oh, ain't
Why
no
would-
way.
why would you be
no,
if you not?
man?
So what you
stop
gonna say?
fucking playing with
What
me,
you gonna
dog.
say? Nah, he don't need no stepdaddy. I'm here.
Yes,
If you doing
nigga.
what you do, if you're doing what you doing, dog, you don't
fuck that. No, I would be.
See that
As a woman, how would you feel?
let that
Erica?
ego get to you?
Man, the fuck, man,
See,
yes,
stop
man.
letting
You,
that- you stop letting the ego
Hey,
get
well,
to
maybe
you.
it maybe just be my ego, but it's nowhere in hell I'm letting. Dog, I would be sick to my stomach because this was my baby mother with my kids. He told me his birthday, and then she just blew me because she told me, yeah, he got $15 on Robux. Like, what the fuck? And this is my I would be blown. And this is a good looking woman though. It's like, but she came out the house looking crazy as hell. But this is a good looking woman. Like, I get it. Like, I ain't mad if a regular nigga would have play stepdaddy. But nah, you ain't about to sit here and be on TikTok and Instagram going fucking viral, and you sit here saying on 3 stepdaddy. And all 3 of y'all, my 2 kids in this fucking video with her smack cheesing like shit, and she just like, yeah, I'm cool, whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
I asked your ass for the money, and you didn't want to give me no money for his birthday party.
And $15 on Robux is just crazy. Like, what?
See, that's
Like,
what
she
I'm
said
saying.
that
So you-
shit proudly. Like, he got $15 on Robux. Like, what the fuck? And they live in the South, so I ain't trying to be too judgy, but that shit is crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. And while we talking about this South real quick in Atlanta, bro, Atlanta be running up that back. Then I gotta play this Michael. After I play this Michael Jordan, I ain't got nothing else for y'all. But I'm gonna play this clip real quick of the nigga in Atlanta. Though they be damn, Atlanta niggas be getting some money for real. Like, I'm not mad at no woman who moved to Atlanta just to get her a scamming ass nigga, because these niggas be coming off with a crazy ass bag.
Are in the same a man is page. If you don't look like a girl, get the out of the girl's bathroom.
I don't think
positions.
you belong in the girls' bathroom.
But you wouldn't, my love, you wouldn't know.
Hold on,
Like,
but-
look at 4 years
Fair-
in.
fair-
A lot of the
This
issues
ain't the
that we're
clip, hold
having is the divide where it's competition, my love. Where like we're dating the same men,
We're
rather we
definitely
want to.
not dating the
Yeah,
same
we are, baby. Trust me.
No, we are not.
We are.
I don't know about dating.
Yes,
the same
we are.
man.
We're dating the same
Can't
dudes.
say that.
I think that there's a competitive aspect to where like
Carolina,
you
this
would
is
not
where I just
know.
full on cut you off.
We are on the same page. If you don't look like a girl, get the out of the girl's bathroom.
A man is wanted by police in Georgia, accused of using a hack that he saw on social media to steal from self-checkout machines.
Police say that the man tricked the machines into giving him extra cash. Fox's Doug Evans has the details.
Here's Walmart surveillance video of the suspect Noonan police are trying to identify. Investigators say he and others apparently learned a trick on social media that has cost Walmart stores nationwide millions of dollars before it got fixed, and it is fixed. But Noonan police say this guy got away with thousands of dollars from Walmart stores in Noonan, Peachtree City, and Fayetteville.
And there's a vulnerability with the point of sale machines that he was able to exploit and get basically double his money. He would do a transaction that was canceled about halfway through, and by the end of it, the point of sale machine would give him double his money back and he would leave.
Posted information on how to trick the Walmart checkout machines into giving cash back on certain types of purchases. Police say in South Metro Atlanta, this guy apparently was not the only one observed doing it.
He's driving a white BMW. We suspect it's a 7 Series. It's got a temp tag on it, like a standard Georgia temp tag, but it's almost like it's in a sheet protector where there's a film over it that we can't read it.
And that was Fox's Doug Evans reporting. A man is wanted by police.
Dog, shout outs to Atlanta, though. Them niggas are some scamming ass niggas, dog. Like, he went into Walmart and literally just finessed the hell out of them. I'm sure he ran up a couple bands off of that before they even caught on to what he got going on. And you still ain't gonna catch him because you ain't got the tag, Joe. So you just hoping that somebody gonna snitch on this nigga, and they not. Like, shout outs to dog, shout outs to Atlanta. They be on some different type of time. I be trying to figure out like how certain shit be coming on people time. This shit, I wish it came on my. I want to figure out how to come up like this. But real quick, like I said, before we get out of here, I'm gonna play this. I don't know how the hell or what's going on with this Michael Jordan's. This is basically Michael Jordan dad case, and they basically trying to sit here and say one of the dudes right now, he'd have done some time, and they trying to sit here and say now he might have been innocent this whole time. I don't necessarily know what's going on because I thought them niggas had done interviews and said that they did it, so I don't know what the hell going on. Ooh, hold on, let's play it.
Who presided over the 1996 murder trial of Michael Jordan's father, petitioned the state's parole commission to release the man he sentenced to life in prison. That judge says a forensic investigator failed to share a key finding in the case against Daniel Green. Apparently, a blood-like substance inside the car where James Jordan was killed might not have been Green's blood at all. The commission is expected to deliberate for at least 1 month before making a decision. The judge who presided over the 1996 murder trial of Michael Jordan's father petitioned the state's parole commission to release the man he sentenced to life in prison. That judge says a forensic investigator failed to share a key finding in the case against Daniel Green. Apparently, a blood-like substance inside the car where James Jordan was killed might not have been Green's blood at all.
Like, that's crazy, dog. But I could have sworn I thought one of them was going on. I thought one of them was going on like interviews and doing interviews from. I want to say them niggas did interviews on Vlad like from jail and even admitting like what they did and why they did it. So I don't necessarily know who it is. I thought it was 2 dudes. I could have sworn that they already admitted to doing this. So I don't necessarily know what's going on or what they trying to do or how they about to finesse this one. But that's kind of crazy, dog. Like what? Damn. And I mean, this happened in 96. It's almost been 20 years. If you Michael Jordan, do you think he even care now?
Did they getting out?
Yeah, did they make it out?
No.
Well,
I don't think you.
If they
because what was the case? It was a drunk. Who was drunk? Was it a drunk driver situation?
No, they killed him with a gun. They shot him. They robbed him and killed him.
Well, I thought it was a drunk driver.
No, this was with a gun.
Oh, but then that's the case. Then yeah, I probably would feel some.
Yeah, because you want to know who did it then.
But see, I don't know.
I think they saying one of them did it, but the other one, I don't necessarily know. This is just a clip. Like I tried to find something else about it, but I couldn't find. Ain't nothing else. That was the only little clip right there. So I kind of just didn't get.
Because that's my. I mean, if you've gone this long. You already, I guess over it. Do you really?
I mean, I don't know because I don't know if you ever are actually over it. So it's kind of like. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't necessarily know if you ever over it. So it's kind of hard to say. Like I get what you said, like what you're trying to say. Like, all right, this happened in 1996. They basically almost served like 20 years in jail. Oh no, this ain't happened in 96. This happened in 93. And I guess they got found guilty in 96. So I don't know. I don't necessarily know if you ever be over. I mean, I know Michael Jordan old and you talking about this basically happened all 20 years ago. So I don't know, dog. I don't know. I honestly don't know because I don't know how I will feel. I don't necessarily know if I could ever be over it. Like I don't know. Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't realistically. I'm trying to think about like how would I feel, and I honestly couldn't tell you like 20 years from now. Like, of course, Michael Jordan, riches all outdoors. Like, I don't know.
But do you got? I mean, that's why I'm kind of like, I forgave. Like, all right,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know because Michael Jordan don't talk like that, so you kind of really don't even know how he still feel about that situation. Is he still harboring any type of real? And then I guess like I don't necessarily know when people go to court and after you hear them say, "Hey, this person has got hit with life" or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't even know how they feel after court after they get that time. Kind of even going back into when we were talking about the Menendez thing, and I kind of was saying like, damn, they should kind of just give people the death penalty right then and there. Like maybe give them a couple of months or to a year, but anything longer than a year, man, you're waiting too long. Get rid of these motherfuckers. So it's like, because I don't know how long do you still have that harbor, that hate towards these people. Now you're saying it's 20 years later.
Because, okay, so then let me ask you this question. So let's say if he was innocent, right? And you served that time, do you feel like, oh, damn, I gotta, like, because he is completely innocent. Do you feel like you got to?
I don't know if he's completely innocent. I just feel like they may be trying to do some loophole type of bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying. But like that situation with a guy who did get the death penalty, who they said they tried. You know what I'm saying? Like he was whatever his DNA was or something. He was innocent. So like something like that situation. How would you feel then? It's just like, all right, damn, this person served all this time. Like I can't hold no.
I mean, I guess I would have to figure out what he gonna get out on. Like I would have to hear the actual stipulations, and I would have to have some real evidence on why y'all trying to let him out. Because I feel like a lot of times, because laws change or different laws shit change, so then people try their hand or whatever case may be, or you wait damn near 20 years to try to figure out how can I get out of jail. Because shit, even look at Big Meech. Some of his time got knocked up because of the pandemic, and then he still got an extra. He still came out 3 years early. He still wasn't supposed to come home until what I think 2026 or 2029 or something. So he still came home 3 years extra. I mean earlier. So I don't necessarily know because the laws be changing. So sometimes the laws change, and then there be some law loopholes. A lawyer found a loophole 20 years later. So like I said, me personally, I don't know because Michael Jordan don't talk enough. So I don't necessarily know how Michael Jordan actually still feel. Like even when he did The Last Dance, he didn't really get too crazy or too like vulnerable, even with the conversation when they even viewed like, hey, losing your dad or whatever the case may be, how did you feel? Like he never really talked about it for real. So I honestly, it's hard to sit here and say how would he feel even hearing this news. Will he sit here and try to get his lawyers to like push back on it? I mean, because he got the bread, he can do it. So if he feels some type of way where he feel like, nah, I don't want these niggas to get out of jail, I'm sure he got enough money that he can have his lawyer go back and fight it and make sure that these dudes don't never get out. Mm-hmm. So like I said, I mean, I don't necessarily know, but like I said, let me go through. Let me just look at I'm telling y'all this now. Shout out to Lord Durk. Lord Durk did get 2 keys to the city in Chicago. We talked about Fat Joe. Two things. Matter of fact, I don't know how I know how I forgot because I really don't care. The BET Awards is out of pocket for not promoting the hip hop awards. Like that's crazy though. I didn't like because when I seen the clips of Young Miami and Chyna performing, like that was the only clip that I think most of us actually seen because that was the only clip that went viral from the performance. And shout out to Young Miami though. She went crazy with that performance and she hit that goddamn split in the middle of the stage. Now that kind of reminds you how Young Miami carried the City Girls while JT was locked up. I guess my only advice to Young Miami would be just get locked in the studio. I think locking in the studio and kind of really insert yourself in with the big four. I mean, maybe not necessarily Cardi, but I would kind of like you probably need to lock in, get you a song with Glow, get you a song with Lotto, Sexy Red, Meg, really insert yourself back because she did an amazing job at performing with Chyna.
But do you think she has to rap? Because I feel like
no, that's what I'm saying. I don't think she needs to rap like full time. I'm not saying put out a project, but I think she needs a single. Her as a personality, her as a person, she's big enough. Her name is big enough that she's still gonna get just booked for hostings, just the same way Ari get booked for hostings. Like nigga, Ari, Jada Wade, they don't got no songs. They are them. You're just a household name to the point like nigga, Ari get paid damn near like $10,000 to $15,000 to host parties. She ain't nothing. I ain't gonna say she's nothing but somebody's baby mother, but that was her introduction to the game. But she's still getting host without a song. So I'm sure right now, Young Miami can she get a song. All I'm saying is if she get in the booth, do a feature with Glow, do one with Sexy Red, do one with Lotto, do one with Meg, figure out which one of the songs would be the best song, or get a song with 2 of them. Because I feel like, to be honest, I feel like QC kind of fumbled the ball with that joint with her and Quavo, scrub the ground, because it was just too much shit going on with all the groups at one time. So they was kind of kind of just trying to figure it out. But they let that song go to waste, and that song to me was a hit. Like I really like that song. That song cranked like shit. But I just think that they need to just figure something out. But like I said, the BET Awards did a horrible job. But my takeaway from that, just that I remembered, I was like, damn, I'm glad I remembered that. That Young Miami did an amazing job with doing that performance with Chyna, and that kind of made me be like, damn, this girl really can perform when her mind is locked into it. And that's what made me be like, oh, this is why the City Girls survived while JT was in jail, because Young Miami actually can perform when her head is in the game. When she got to know that, hey, I'm still putting on, and of course, maybe that's just her love, because she always give a lot of respect, a lot of shout outs, and a lot of love and respect to Chyna, and saying that was one of the reasons why the City Girls was the City Girls, because they was brought up on Chyna. So, but she showed it. Like her performance, like that was like, damn, that was a great performance. She did that performance with Chyna a whole lot of justice. But BET is trifling as shit for not fucking promoting that award show. Like I didn't know that shit was on. I was literally watching the WNBA finals game in the gym, and I'm like, damn, it was a fucking the BET Awards was going on. When the hell did this happen? I literally thought this was just like clip somebody who just recorded the Chyna and Young Miami joint, and they just kind of uploaded it on social media. Like I ain't think it was actually out, but this shit was out. Like this shit actually happened, and not a goddamn person know nothing about it. Like that to me was disgusting. BET is out of pocket for that one. DJ Mustard lost a bunch of bread. I believe he has to pay.
Shit, he lose a bunch.
Shit, nigga, he still got to pay her.
Was trying to originally, what she was originally trying to go for.
What was she trying to originally get? I don't remember, but I know he got to pay.
It was a whole. I think it was.
Well, he got to pay 24. He got to pay 24,000. Oh yeah, it was like 80,000 a month. So yeah, so he got to pay 24,000 a month in child support, and a spousal support buyout is 350,000. I mean 315,000. That's still a lot of bread. God damn, dog.
Imagine if it was 80,000.
Yeah, that shit would be crazy. And Fat Joe did admit to him using Ozempic and said he lost over 200 pounds, and said because he being honest, and he can't stick to it. He cannot stick to a real strict diet. He still used Ozempic to keep the weight off. Because he said I respect that nigga for keeping it a bucket. Like, bro, I can't go without eating pasta and rice and doing all them no carb diets. I can't do it. So I'm cool. We should have talked about this earlier when we talked about football, but the Miami Dolphins, I guess in 2007, was looking at the hire Mike Tomlin, but they said he's too hip hop. So in other words, for people that are not black, that basically means he's too much of a nigga. They felt like Mike Tomlin was too much of a nigga.
And did they ever say where that came from?
Nah, but that shit got picked up by everybody.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's a good look for y'all, because I mean, shit, y'all got Super Bowl since then. Off of that, then y'all win a Super Bowl since then. Yeah, so I mean, fuck them. Oh, where was that Ebro clip? Did that shit get deleted? Oh, let me play it, because this nigga is. It be some niggas who just be like, I'm like, bro, I get that you owe, but it be just some shit that be like, all right, dog, I get that was your take, however long ago it was your take, but I don't feel like you should still down that hill. Well, I'm looking for this Ebro take. Life Jennings tried to go on Tiny Desk, and they basically told him he wasn't popping enough, and that's why they wasn't going to that was the fucking clip. Oh, let me play this. Yeah, I did find some other shit. That's why I'm glad I be looking at clips.
And she's the waiter. We come in, the men open the door for the lady. It's a form of I honor you. Men, we gotta make sure we're sitting where the door is. The reason why is because I gotta see who coming in that boy. It's a form of protection. So she sit down, I sit down.
Question: would y'all be okay with y'all kids to take this type of class?
Like sex, they like food. Yeah. Look, she's smiling. She can't even stop smiling. The cheeseburger face. Now, I'm spending time with your mind, and we're not just sitting there looking crazy. What did you do wrong? Wrong seat. Get back, get back.
You graduated early?
No, still in high school.
So basically, it's a class to teach kids how to go out on dates. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if it's doing.
You like coffee? You drink tea? I will start feeding to my personality. That makes sense. I see your hair messy. So what happened is she's controlling the conversation. Y'all see that? Even though that might not be your personality, we have to grow out of that shell and show more of who we are.
I think this was fire. I don't necessarily know. It didn't look like this was going on during school hours, so I don't. And maybe it was an after school program or something. But it was tight to me. It was kind of just like, because I mean, the crazy thing is when you think about it, like when you went on your first date, did you know any of this shit, or you was just winging it? And I just can speak for myself. I know I've been on endless dates when I was in my late teens, 19, 18, even 20. You still kind of winging it. Nobody never taught you how to go out on a date. Nobody told you the right side to sit on the table. Like you'd never, like nobody, And that I don't necessarily know if that's bad parenting or just maybe my parents never sat down and even thought about that. Maybe if I want to look at it on the hindsight as an adult, maybe I could say that's kind of bad parenting. Like, damn, you just allow your kids to kind of just like go out into the world and don't properly know how to date. So looking at this, and these is like high school kids. These not young kids. These is high school kids, and he's teaching them how to date, how to hold on conversations at the dinner table. What side of the table did the man supposed to sit on? Like that shit was tight to me and I seen people in the comment section saying, "Could you do this for adults?" Because it's probably
and I think I just take it as communication. Why I don't think it's more so just not even using it for dating, but just purpose of life. Life as a whole. It's not necessarily like I wouldn't even just have to just put it on dating too. I mean, you just how you supposed to carry yourself as a human being. So I wouldn't have no problem with my kid doing something like that, taking that.
Yeah, that was cool. That to me was tight. And like I said, I seen people in the comments just saying, do they have it for adults? And they probably should. And another just a quick thing, real quick, that kind of just was on. I forgot to talk about, bro. That Gucci third leg nigga went on Aiden Ross Jones. And this is gonna be quick. He went on Aiden Ross Jones and pulled up had the nerve to show them niggas a goddamn STD test from last year, and he never got back on it. So people, of course, niggas was calling Aiden Ross out, putting him on blast. Him and Academics was on there together, having to do it, and he showed it Joan, and they was like, nigga, that test was from a year ago. Where's your new test? This girl is she's sitting and saying this happened this year. You showing people a test from 2023. Where's your test at from this year? And people was calling him to the carpet trying to get him to go back on Aiden Ross to show a new test, and he never answered the phone, never wouldn't come back on it.
Has he deactivated his account?
I don't know. I ain't even look. Because some of after these stories, they be kind of like, oh, you be like, all right, it is what it is. Who really give a fuck? Damn, what was it I was about to play? Oh, I was trying to find the Jonah Ebro, right? They must have deleted. I hate when they be deleting shit. That shit is so annoying to me, dog. It ain't that deep. It's not that deep. I'm gonna play this. I guess we can do one last relationship, John, and I'm out of here, bro. My brain is
how long he basically worked 3 jobs. This man is at a breaking point, right? He said, I cannot work no more. It's going to kill me. Okay.
He can't be about to die if he told his wife not to work.
That was pride. First of all, I want to put that in there. That not working was pride.
And don't let your pride kill you.
So it was 3. He was working 3 jobs, right? And if he's working 3 jobs and has nothing to do with $47,000, like, yo, I'm working 3 jobs. You're watching me kill myself. Every day you're watching me not be able to do anything that would make me happy. I'm literally working to supply a home and cover the costs and finances of this home for you. And yet you have never once ever had the audacity to say, hey, guess what? I saved $47,000 through the course of our marriage. And let's actually try to use this to kind of alleviate some of your stress. Now, I realize as a man that is married to this woman, this type of long he did this, how long he basically worked 3 jobs. This man, you would rather watch me die than to 1, downsize, and 2, help out, and 3, in the process, take and make me work harder. like not only did when he got back to work, she was still taking money. So he's already short on money, and she's still taking $200 a month.
It don't sound like they was having much sex either.
Let's not forget, this whole time, I guarantee you 100% that she was still complaining.
And no
Don't be adding shit. Don't be adding shit, Rome.
She was definitely still complaining.
Rome, I'm gonna ignore this shit out of you right now.
Because she wasn't smiling.
I mean, she didn't.
She wasn't smiling every day.
I feel like if she did not,
she was slobbing on that knob.
Have an alternative, like how can I help? Then I would have called her evil as.
She's still complaining.
She did not want to reveal her own savings, but she said, "I can go back to work." He did.
You would rather watch me die than to 1.
He did say that wasn't really going to make any difference, but she was willing to still, like, if she was a wife, she would never
have downsized and said, you know what? How about this? I'll go to work and I'll downsize. So now you can take 2 jobs out and work 1.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that.
All right, so like I said, man, this was a slow news week. I ain't want to kill real quick. Just I guess with this, we can just kind of wrap this up with do you have a take on who you think could be Rookie of the Year, MVP of the NBA? Any just quick little sports takes before we get out of here, or if you haven't got it on your top of your brain, who you just randomly would think it could be Rookie of the Year or MVP of this season? We can kind of come back with it next week and just actually write it down because the season. I thought it started last week, but it do start this week.
So tomorrow. I mean, when it come out.
When it come out. I'm gonna go. My 2 picks for rookie of the year will either be Dalton Connect for the Lakers, and I'm off that Lakers drug. I'm cool. I'm not like I can't.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah, because for some reason
that's a big jump.
Who, Dalton Connect?
Yeah, because you talking about, so he's gonna bump Austin Reeves and D-Lo.
I don't know. The crazy thing is, I think he'll eventually bump one of them. I don't know which one.
But that's a big leap.
No, for sure. But that's why I said that's why I wanted to have 2. Because my other one, to me, the one I kind of feel more of if they're gonna be the team I think they're gonna be, I'm going Zach Edey with the Memphis Grizzlies. It's only gonna be them 2 because the other niggas, we don't even know their name.
I don't know about the Zach. I feel like the Zach Edey it's a good pick for them, but I don't think he will be a. Because
you got to think about it, Steven Adams gone now.
Yeah, but I still don't see him being the rookie. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him.
But all I'm just sitting here saying is just think about it. Because let's be clear, the same way with Caitlin Clark, Victor, like them 2 people kind of already going into the season already. You know, they was kind of like the rookie of the year already had their name on it before the season started. I feel like this year there ain't nobody already got the rookie of the year jump with it. So I feel like it's up in the air for us. Like, and if it's up in the air, all right, well, what nigga gonna be on the best team and probably gonna get the most playing time? To me, it will be Zach Edey and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Or the boy that we drafted, where for Miami. But that's why I said.
But even for him though, like how much time he really gonna get? Because you still got Terry Rozier, you still got the rookie that you had last year.
But no, he's playing the center.
So what he gonna take? Bam is y'all center.
That's what I'm saying. Bam is gonna be the 4. One of them gonna play the 4. The other one gonna play the 5.
I mean, we'll see.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, this year, yes, this year will be because you don't have no front runners. I think this more so is who really got the talent. I wouldn't, because there's no front runner like, oh yeah, he going.
I just feel like right now, that rookie class, the only 2 niggas who got actual hype on their name is the Dalton Connect and Zach Edey. And that's just because I feel, and that's just that sometimes is the benefit of playing for the Lakers, because you play on the Lakers, you're gonna get that extra push. Like, look at Austin Reeves, like he got that extra push just because he played with LeBron and them. I'm not saying, like, I do agree with you. I don't necessarily know whose space I don't know whose spot he's going to take. Like, I don't necessarily know if he's gonna take Austin Reeves because they didn't took so much time building into Austin Reeves, and then kind of with D-Lo, like we know he one of them type of niggas where he lose his self-esteem if he start losing playing time. So I don't necessarily say, I honestly don't know. But I'm just saying that's somebody you may want to keep your eye on. If I had to just go with one, I would go Zach Edey. And I go for my MVP. I'm probably going, if I could throw 2 names out there, I'm going to go Anthony Edwards, John Morant. I don't think.
Shea?
Yeah, because for some reason, like, I feel like niggas just don't want to give Shea really, like, though he to me last year could have got it. Like, they was the number 1 seed and they didn't give it to him.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if I can see them trumping.
But that again kind of go back to and that's why I said again when we were talking about and I want just to kind of just nibble it a little bit back into popularity when I talk about with the Angel Reese shit. We kind of just try to discredit how much popularity matters when it comes to certain shit, because nigga, let's be clear, let's be honest, let's keep it a buck. Shea Alexander should have won the MVP last year. They had the number 1 seed in the West, and nigga, he was balling out. He was averaging 30-something points, and they just kind of like, nigga, sneezed at him like, nah, dog, it ain't gonna happen for you. So it's kind of, but you talking about just going into the year, even off this Netflix thing and all this, Anthony Edwards kind of going it. Joker got it.
Okay. Oh, Embiid got the year before.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
so it's just even for so kind of just coming into the season, it feel like they already amping it up for it to be Ant. That's why I kind of said, like, all right, if Ant had the same season he kind of had ending off into the playoffs, and he come back into this year and keep it at that same thing, I think Ant will be the front runner for MVP. Because I feel like the finals play for Luka kind of watered him down, where it's like, I don't think Luka gonna have that same hype. Like, niggas was trying to throw him in the MVP conversation last year because he played so bad in the finals. I don't think he gonna come into this season with it. Where Ant gonna come in a little bit more hot. But I think Ja is gonna come in as just the hot, like, just from the highlights. Ja just gotta keep himself healthy, because he he just moves so fast and jumps so high. Like, this nigga just like, but I think Ja gonna kind of grab the attention back of the people like immediately.
So who will be your sleeper this year that you probably wouldn't expect to
team?
Yeah,
the Grizzlies. I mean, I feel like
But see, I can't. I feel like they were already there. I wouldn't call them a sleeper. Like,
but they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah, right. But that was because Ja was hurt.
So you gonna say the same thing about Sacramento too? If I say Sacramento,
no, Sacramento was dead last year.
They didn't make the playoffs.
They did.
No, they didn't. Nigga, just watch the Netflix. No, they lost in the play-in. Yep, they lost to New Orleans, and New Orleans played the Thunder the first round.
I thought Sacramento was.
No, they didn't. They was in the play-in. They beat the Warriors, and then they, you know, because when you're the 9th and the 10th, you got to play the loser of the 7th and the 8th. They played the Pelicans and they lost.
Okay.
I think their team gonna be super stacked this year. I don't know how it's gonna work because I feel like all three of them niggas kind of play the same way. Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, and then DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Malik Monk and Monk and fucking De'Aaron Fox, both of them can kind of play off the ball, and they can kind of shoot the three way better than DeRozan can. But all three of them kind of like ball dominant, dribbling type of nigga. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But on paper, nigga, that's kind of like that team is official. I don't know how it's gonna play out. That's the only reason why I said Memphis, because I mean, or you can say Sacramento. I don't think it's gonna be too between those two teams. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think Houston got enough firepower. I think they're gonna be fun to watch. I think they're gonna have some games. They're gonna win some games that's gonna make people think that they're gonna be sweet. But I don't know. They ain't had no real pickups during the offseason. Like, what's gonna really get them over that hump? Like, what's going? Because I still feel like the Warriors and the Lakers gonna be just good enough to be in the play-in again.
You know who I think really is going to be good this year? I mean, they've been good most of the time, but I really think them picking up Russell, I think that's really going to change their, like, for them not to have a fall off.
So are you saying?
I think them
because
them
losing
Caldwell Pope. I mean, yeah,
they losing Caldwell Pope. That's a huge
but
nigga. He was huge.
But to get Russell, I feel like this might revive his career, and I think it might help Denver get over the hump.
So you saying they going back to the finals then?
I think they make it to the final four. I don't know if because that's tough right there. Because I feel like OKC is still going to be OKC. I don't see Dallas making another run like they did.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know about making it always. I feel like they'll make it to at least to the conference maybe.
So I mean, I guess we could. So if Dallas doesn't make it back to, if Dallas get bummed out the first or the second round this year, do you think they end up breaking the Kyrie and Luka up? Because you're saying about it, you go back, you went to the finals last year, and then you talking about you get bumped out the first and second, and you bought Clay.
I don't think you break it up because really you didn't. What did you really give up for Kyrie?
No, you ain't give up nothing to get none of them.
I don't see you breaking it up. Now, how much you going to pay him? That's the question. I think he's up for a contract. Yeah. I don't see nobody.
Y'all don't have no crazy football takeaways. Let me just real quick. I just kind of want to look at standings, just kind of rush. I feel like we ain't talked about the standings. I wish I really kind of was into college football like that, because I kind of like, I be paying attention, I be watching some games, but I ain't really locked in. But I do know Alabama done lost another fucking game, and they done lost 3 games this year. I know that's a big deal. I don't know a whole bunch about college football, but I know for a fact that's a big. Alabama losing 3 games in the regular season. That is a huge fucking deal.
You can look yourself in the mirror, but you knew you wasn't going to be being nothing without him being there. When he stepped down, just like with New England, I feel like you had a system, and now that system ain't the same.
Damn, it's 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, Baltimore and
damn, I should call Jeff and let's just make our bet fair and square. They match up Cardinals versus Chargers. Real quick, just run off some scores real quick. Steelers did beat the Jets 37-15. That was a Sunday night game. The 49ers beat the Chiefs. And I'm glad I bet with the Chiefs. I don't know how in the hell FanDuel had the Chiefs as the underdog. That was crazy as shit to me. The Commanders beat the living breaks out of the Carolina Panthers 40-0. And I'm not gonna lie, this is all I want all of y'all, if y'all hear this, I hope that y'all got to listen to some type of sports media. I just want to see if niggas gonna apologize to Bryce Young. Because the Carolina Panthers tried to make it like Bryce Young was the problem, and they have played 100 times worse since Bryce Young. Besides that one weak ass game that they won, they didn't play. No, they literally 42-7, dog. 42-7. And Jalen Daniels got injured early in the game. Like, come on, though. What are we talking about? The Rams beat the Raiders 20-15. The Eagles beat the Giants 28-3. I'm not gonna lie, Jalen Hurts, you was looking. Jalen Hurts early in that game was looking shakier than a fucking stripper at a goddamn first night at a strip club. I'm not gonna lie. I tweeted and everything. I'm like, damn, this can't be the same.
Last time he had a good game.
Nigga, it been maybe like 2 years now. I ain't even gonna hold you. Jalen Hurts looking. He played decent.
Happy you got paid, bro.
He played decent towards when the later the game got, because I didn't even, he was playing so bad at the beginning of this game, I didn't even know that AJ Brown and fucking Devontae Smith was back. I'm looking, I'm like, hold, AJ Brown back? What the hell is going on? But he ended up getting it together the later the game got on, but Saquon went back into New York and stuck all dicking in them people's. The Bengals beat the Browns, and then the Deshaun Watson. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can be honest with y'all. That Deshaun Watson injury looked bad, but that shit felt so. I'm like, leave it unless God just got a crazy sense of humor. That shit almost made me think sports was fake, because I'm like, they kept leading up into all the conversation was leading up to the game is like, damn, the Bears suck. I mean, the Browns suck. How they gonna get up from up under this Deshaun Watson contract because they can't bench him because they paying him too much money. And the crazy thing is, Jameis Winston he wasn't even
dressed.
Yeah, he ain't even dressed for today's game. So I don't even know who ended up backing him up, but he ended up blowing his Achilles. Like, you can watch it. You can go on the internet, put in Deshaun Watson injury, and you can literally see this nigga, like, it's like right there at his calf muscle. It looked like his calf muscle literally blew up in his uniform. Like, that shit looks disgusting. So it's a dub but the fans was cheering on that shit. And I would play the clip of Jalen, what's my man, Jameis Winston. He had like a little speech. I don't feel like playing it because my fucking eyes is burning right now. The Packers beat the Texans. And sometimes when it comes to gambling, if you are gambling, go with your gut. Because some told me to go because the Texans came in as the underdog, but I was like, man, it's 2 black quarterbacks. I don't bet on them games anyway, but I was just like, I'm not going to do it. For some reason, some told me that the Packers may pull this off, and that's why the Texans was the underdog. I kind of just left it alone. But I did when I skipped past that let me, for all my 49ers fans who are listening, y'all are some shit, and Brock Purdy is ass. Oh, the most overrated fucking quarterback of all times, and I kept telling y'all.
Well, that's what that just goes to show why CMC was so important for them.
Yeah, but they was trying to make it like he was important, Brock Purdy, and that's why guess what? He didn't get paid, and I don't necessarily know how it depends on how this season ends. He may never get paid. You got to think about it. He playing on $900,000 a year.
Right.
They don't got the way he playing right now. They don't have no reason to pay this nigga.
No, and you're absolutely right. But that's when you got to look at like what you really value. Because even like the Jimmy Garoppolo, all them other ones that they had there, ain't none of them doing nothing now.
Yeah, but that nigga today, he had a chance to. They still had a chance to get in that game. He threw them picks. He threw a pick in the end zone.
But see, that's the thing when you spending all this money on all these players, because like I think they got the highest. I think they might got the highest.
Yeah, because they just paid Debo. They just paid fucking.
Yeah, I think they got like the highest little.
They paid the offensive lineman. What's his name? Trey, whatever the nigga who used to play for the Redskins, Trent Williams, and then they paid the wide receiver nigga who just got injured.
The shit out of the nigga today. You got ejected.
Seahawks beat the Falcons 34-14. Shout out to the Seahawks for getting back on the right side of the Colts beat the Dolphins again. They told y'all that Tua wasn't really him, and they have not won a game. They have not scored over 10 points and have not won a game since Tua has been out. Listen to what I'm saying. They have not scored over 10 points in damn near 4 fucking weeks.
Have they said anything about Tua?
I think he's supposed to come back this week. They say he been practicing. I think they're trying to get him to come back this week. The Bills beat the Titans 34-10. The Lions beat the Vikings 31-29. The Vikings is the real deal. Remember, we had that conversation at the beginning of the season. We kind of was like, is the Vikings really that or not?
But they lost.
They lost today, but still. But I mean, nigga, they was undefeated until today. They only lost one game.
No, and for real, they had the game won. But then what's name went down the field. I forgot what play they had, and that's how they.
Yeah, and the Jaguars beat the Patriots 32-16. The Broncos beat the Saints 33-10. That was week 7. So what is 11 weeks left? Yeah, like I said, each and every Tuesday we right here. That was the football recap. Ravens play the Cardinals. I mean, the Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. So I mean, by the time y'all hear this, that game will already been passed. So again, go Ravens. And we'll holler at y'all each and every Tuesday. We'll be right back here.
Ultra Podcast.
You know you logged out the